Good morning, Columbus.
Joe, that ain't even good enough. Come on, Joe.
Wait, no. Not this one.
Frizzle left tight, F fly, pass 37 punch, waggle, help, baby dizzy, X fan on the turbo.
Thank you, baby.
Football, man.
It's time to listen to a bald, fat loudmouth
Mr. T-Bone.
and a former football player.
And that ball intercepted by Tyvis pal.
Wow, no radio station has ever done that before.
Does it work for those people?
No, it never does. But it might work for us.
Welcome to T-Bone and Tyvis.
Happy Tuesday to you. Welcome in. I'm T-Bone. He's Tyvis. Good morning, Tyvis.
Good morning, T-Bone.
How we feeling today?
You know, I'm always feeling amazing. Anytime I can walk into this studio and I get to see you and Dylan. Oh, man. I just know it's going to be a good show. I just keep smiling and laughing on the inside because I know at some point we're going to crack some jokes.
Oh, we're going to do our best. We're going to try to have fun today, as we always do. We have a lot to get to today. There's a ton of news in the college football world. A lot of audio to play for you. Also from the NFL world, the owners were talking yesterday, and they said some stupidity, so we'll get into all of that. Also, I have an update on the Beard situation because I have to pay off on the bet. I didn't think Tyvis could hit a home run in softball. I was right. He didn't, but he hit it over the Little Tykes baby gate they put out there, and we're going to call that good. So I got to shave my face. So
would you have changed your answer if you knew that the Little Tykes was a home run?
No. Because I'm a hater, so I would have probably I would have
You know the sad thing is, I forget who I was talking to, but they was like, it's like, wait a minute, that's been the home run. Like, you ain't been able to hit that? Like, yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yep.
I should have, you know what I should have done? I know it's a mathematical fallacy, but I should have said, oh, he's due. And then said, no, I believe because this is the year it's going to happen. But who wants to shave their face when it's like, oh, good, Tyvis didn't hit a home run. Now I have to shave my face. No, I wanted to motivate you. I wanted to give you a reason to put one over the fence. And look what happened. You're welcome.
So I needed you.
You apparently. Did you have this bet going before?
No.
Right. Pete Rose, you needed something on the line for you to play.
I was playing it like how the Guardians used to play baseball. You hit singles and doubles, and that's all you need.
Yeah.
That's how I was.
You were just contact hitter.
Yeah.
You were the 2016 Royals. That was who you were. You're just slapping singles everywhere. That's fine. So, yeah, we have an update on that. I'll give you more info later on the show as I get it, because we're still kind of finalizing it, because like I said yesterday, all the brass got involved here at the station, so now there's a big plan for this, but we'll talk about it later in the show. I want to start here, though. Tony Pettiti. He is the commissioner of the Big Ten. I know sometimes it's hard to remember that because you rarely see this man on TV or anywhere, unlike guys like Greg Sankey, who you see every 5 seconds touting how great the SEC is. But this week is Big Ten Media Day. And right ahead of all the Big Ten media stuff, Ryan Day is going to talk to the media later today from Las Vegas where they're doing this thing. Why, I don't know. But not Ryan Day talking, but why they're in Vegas. Anyway, Tony Pettiti will probably have to answer some questions about this. A report from Dan Wetzel at ESPN says that Tony Pettiti sent a letter to the NCAA saying that he believed the Michigan punishment that they've already endured for their sign scandal, the cheating scandal with Connor Stallions, that's good enough. They've done enough. They suspended then, at the time, head coach Jim Harbaugh for 3 games, including the game that year. And, you know, they're going to self-impose a penalty on Shamar Stewart. What am I talking about? That's a different story entirely. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Shamar Stewart.
Good Lord. Who is the head coach of Michigan? Why do I have Shamar Stewart's name? Sharon Moore. My God. It's early. See, this is why I drink coffee in the morning, Tyvis. I haven't drank enough today,
You know what? You sound like that guy across the thing over there. Jeffrey Thitoff said the same thing. And I don't see it.
Yeah, I know you don't because you're a super athlete, but the rest of us, mere mortals, we need some caffeine. I haven't had enough today. Anyway, Sharon Moore, the head coach of Michigan, he's taking the 2-game suspension, but not the important games. He's going to take it on a couple games that don't matter to them. They say that's enough punishment. Tony Pettiti apparently sent this letter to the NCAA. Buckeye fans freaked out about that. Do you think it's worth freaking out about that Tony Pettiti, the commissioner of the Big Ten, said, please don't punish Michigan anymore?
No, but I also understand why Ohio State fans and all fans are upset about him saying that. Because, first of all, let me look at it from his standpoint. From his standpoint is he's the commissioner of the Big Ten. So the Wolverines, love them or hate them, that's a big brand inside the Big Ten. If they're good, they usually play for championships. They play for Big Ten titles. They're one of your better teams in the conference. If you have them bowl, or if you suspend them from bowl season or postseason play, then that's one of your big fishes that won't be able to bring more money to the conference. So, of course, he wants them to be able to compete and do all those things. And, of course, he's supposed to say that because he's supposed to be trying to protect the overall brand of the Big Ten. He wants to, especially in today where it's Big Ten versus SEC, and it finally looks like the Big Ten is closing in on the SEC. He wants to be at maximum power at all times. And if you suspend them or, like I said, keep them bowl ineligible, then it makes the conference a little bit weaker than it's supposed to look. So I don't fault him for saying that. But I also get why fans want it's them. Of course you want them to be punished for what they did. I just to me, it's so hard because everybody's gone.
I know what you're saying to a degree, right? Like, it's the same thing with the NFLPA. When a player has a heinous crime alleged or whatever, the NFLPA will either say nothing, or if at any point there is like a little daylight where the person accused could possibly be innocent, or, you know, anything that the NFLPA can do to defend that player, that's their job. And they will immediately rush to the player's defense whenever there's even a slim chance of them being vindicated, right? So there are times the NFLPA will put out a statement about a player and they'll be like, we support the player and we're there. And it's like, whoa, really? You support this guy with whatever idiocy he's done? Yeah, that's their job. And that's what I feel like Tony Pettiti's kind of doing here. It is probably a formality. Apparently, he was reached out to by ESPN, and he said, I declined to comment on that. So now he has to speak to the media sometime this week, I presume, given it's Big Ten Media Days. You would think the commissioner of the league would be speaking at this thing, so I'm sure he'll get questions about this.
What is his reason for not wanting to speak?
I don't know. Maybe because he doesn't have to acknowledge it if he doesn't want to. Also, it could just be as simple as he knows tomorrow, meaning today, he's going to address it.
You know what? I could see he could be walking down the street from me, and I wouldn't even know what he looks like. Let me look at him.
Yeah. I don't think I could, off the top of my head, probably recognize him. I got to look him up, too, now.
He looks like a commissioner.
What does that mean?
He just looked like one. He looks like he looks like one.
He kind of looks a little bit like Tommy Tuberville. Like just a little bit, right? With like, it's like if Urban and Tommy Tuberville had a baby, honest, like an old man baby. But like, I could see a little Tommy Tuberville and a little Urban in there.
You know what though? I think it's the head shape.
It is. That's what I'm saying. He does. He has the Urban head shape for sure. Here's what I'm saying. I thought the man had like jet black hair. I didn't realize he was mostly gray or salt and pepper at best.
I had no idea.
I didn't know what he looked like either. Then again, I couldn't remember the name of Michigan's head coach, which is insane that I couldn't remember Sharon Moore's name.
Oh, yeah, Shamar Stewart.
Well, yeah. Get used to that. I know we've only worked together a few months. You're going to have so many times where you're going to say, what name did you say? And I'm going to say, I don't know. I don't know. They both started with an S, and that's where I went. So that's part of the news from Big Ten Media Day. The other thing that came out yesterday was Buckeyes were voted second by the media. Penn State was voted first with 35 overall first-place votes. Ohio State had 18, rounding out the top five of again, this is the Big Ten media poll, I should say. Oregon won a first-place vote. Number 4 was Illinois. Number 5, Meat Chicken. So I'm not totally surprised. Everybody is on Penn State right now because they apparently remember that they have all these dudes coming back like Ohio State did last year, but they forget that their head coach is James Franklin. And so I think they're just kind of conveniently saying, well, hey, Ryan Day couldn't get it done for years when it came to winning these big games. He would beat Penn State, but he couldn't beat Michigan, couldn't win in the playoffs, that kind of thing. Well, maybe James Franklin will have that breakthrough this year. I think that's generally where the media is now. It's just they got the best team, and maybe James Franklin will have his Ryan Day moment.
This has to be, if he can't get it done this year,
right?
Then the writing's on the wall.
Yeah. Oh, I completely agree.
If you struggle against Ohio State, like Ohio State will have a young team. Now, granted, I can't remember when they play, but obviously they'll have some experience under their belt and they'll be coming into their own whenever they play that game. But for the most part, you have the recipe. You literally followed the plan that the last two national champions follow. And you end up taking the defensive coordinator from Ohio State, too. So you got that going for you as well. If you can't win the game like that, it's you. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It's you.
By the way, James Franklin's buyout, just in case you're wondering, as of December of last year was $56 million. So
he'll be there.
He'll be there regardless. Also, Ohio State plays Penn State on November 1st. So
championships are won in November.
It's going to start in November. You're right. Things apparently aren't going well for an alleged sports gambler. We'll talk about that next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good Tuesday morning. No major accidents to report as of right now, but we are noticing a disabled vehicle. This, of course, is happening just north of our downtown scene. This is 71 northbound at 11th Avenue. A left lane still blocked out there. And looking at our traffic cam, police have yet to arrive to the scene, so that car is still there. Again, the left lane on 71, that northbound direction. Make sure to take it nice and slow if you're heading towards this area. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Fan traffic is sponsored by Buckeye Lake Marina. It's boat season at Buckeye Lake Marina. Largest new and used boat inventory in the 3-county region. Details and more at BuckeyeLakeMarina.com.
Skyline is introducing a new chicken chili. Come get that world-famous Skyline flavor you love with a new protein option. Try the new Skyline chicken chili on Waze, Coney's, and all your Skyline favorites. At Columbus Skyline locations only while supplies last.
Your bathroom's got to go, the vanity's decayed, and toilet's really old. The bathtub's giving way, give Bath R Us a ring. Call morning, noon, or night. You do not have to wait to get your bathroom right.
Call Baths R Us for your free estimate and enter to win our Christmas in July $12,500 bathroom remodel with an additional savings of up to $3,000 plus low to no monthly payments. 380-225-2284. Baths R Us, where dreams soak in.
Hey friends, Beamer here. Dropping just 25 pounds with Awaken 180 can actually give you 10 extra degrees of golf swing rotation. Now, I'm not Bryson, a mad scientist, but that sounds good. It's about a half a club longer, 6 to 10 extra yards every swing. But from personal experience, lose 75 pounds like me, and it's next level distance. Way better consistency, energy, and mood, especially on the back nine. Take strokes off your game by taking pounds off your frame with Awaken 180 degree weight loss. Online at awaken180weightloss.com.
The Dublin Irish Festival, August 1st through 3rd in Dublin, Ohio. Voted 2025 USA Today Best Cultural Festival in the nation. This year promises 3 incredible days of Irish music, dance, food, and fun. Get your tickets at DublinIrishFestival.org.
When it comes to protecting your business, whether it's your staff, property, or assets, don't make a crucial mistake by contracting companies that provide subpar and unprofessional service. What you need is a security partner known for their unwavering professionalism and unnatural liability. You need Event Risk. Event Risk is a U.S.-based, veteran-owned company that not only specializes in on-site guarding, but also offers armed security associates and executive protection agents. Event Risk, elite protection for your peace of mind.
Hello, my name is Eric Rose, CEO and founder of Event Risk Security Services. We are a U.S.-based, veteran-owned company providing protection services and consulting to Fortune 500 corporations, movie studios, celebrities, and high-net-worth individuals. If you're tired of fluff margins with low compensation for poor quality security officers and the endless revolving door of vendor staffing, then give us a try. For virtually the same cost, we can then address what keeps you up at night.
Visit EventRiskInc.com.
Common Man here for Germain Lexus of Dublin and Easton. My guys at Germain are celebrating their biggest pre-owned sales event of the year. Tons of vehicles on the lot for you to choose from, and they're ready to deal. It's also the Lexus Golden Opportunity sales event with rates as low as 2.99%. I was riding in my Lexus on one of our hot summer days, and I felt the crisp breeze of cold air on my cracky. Don't you want that for yourself? Of course you do. Germain Lexus, 2 locations to serve you, Dublin and Easton, GermainLexus.com.
Can't get enough of your favorite fan content? Good news, we're on all the digitals. Follow 971 The Fan on X, Facebook, YouTube, The Talk, and Gram. Your digital home for endless shenanigans. The Fan.
Friday, July 25th is Recovery Ohio's Mental Health Day at the Ohio State Fair. Visit the Department of Mental Health and Addiction Services, the Department of Insurance, and other state agency booths. Come learn about mental health resources available to you and to your family. Join us on Friday, July 25th for Recovery Ohio's Mental Health Day at the Ohio State Fair.
You can stream the game on your phone while you're gardening. You can stream it while you walk the dog. You can stream it at a trampoline park. You can even stream it at a monster truck rally. But the second you get behind the wheel, the game's over. Remember, Ohio, phones down. It's the law.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
We'll have a pretty lovely start to your day with our wake-up temperatures in the upper 50s to low 60s and clear skies. Then this afternoon, the humidity stays low as the temperature climbs into the upper 80s with lots of sunshine. For tonight, we'll see mostly clear skies and lows down into the 60s. For The Fan, I'm meteorologist Meredith Garfalo with your 10 Weather Impact Forecast.
T-Bone and Tyvis is sponsored by Prime Sports. Download the Prime Sports Ohio app today or visit online at primesportsbook.com.
One of these men was prom king. It was T-Bone. I swear to God, you think I'm lying, don't you? But I'm serious. He didn't always look like this, okay? Here's the prom king and Tyvis.
Tweet the program at Bone and Tyvis 971, or you can hop in the YouTube chat. Just go to YouTube, search 971 The Fan. You'll be right in there. And then also click on T-Bone and Tyvis. I guess that's the part I should have mentioned. Click on there, and then you can be in there with Rusty, Alex, all of our guys who usually jump in and have something to say. We appreciate you guys logging on early to get the conversation going. We have talked about a lot of sports gambling going sideways for players, right? Where guys are getting involved.
Yeah, they need to stop.
Guardians are dealing with that issue right now. It's been a thing in the NBA over the last few years.
Yeah, I think they're having a decision on him soon.
Oh, on
Luis Ortiz.
On Luis Ortiz, yeah.
I think they're supposed to make a decision on whether he did it or not. His two pictures, they look bad.
Yeah, if you haven't seen those two pictures,
it look bad.
There were because part of I think what's getting players into trouble, or it seems like not that players are blameless, but what I'm saying is the things that you're seeing now, a lot of these scandals seem to revolve around player totals, over-unders for players.
Did you see the Terry Rozier story?
Well, funny enough, that's what this segment's about.
He's out of his. He's out of lunch.
So last week, right? I think it was last week or 2 weeks ago. We talked about how Terry Rozier had been cleared.
Yeah,
and I don't know.
It was when the Malik Beasley story came out. We was like,
that's right.
It's like as soon as his came out, they came out and was like, oh, Terry's been cleared. And I said,
yes.
Oh, he got lucky.
Yeah. Well, because there were some games where we both looked at it and were like, that is atrocious play. If that's just due, because we even made the joke that if that's just due to him being bad, that's quite a defense you have to put out there, because there was a game against the Cavs. They were wearing the Land jerseys, and he was rolling the ball to the other team and couldn't dribble. And we were like, if that's just him being bad, that's terrible, because it does look like he's kind of throwing the game.
Yeah.
So the story comes out. Documents acquired by ESPN show that on March 23rd, 2023, a bettor in Biloxi, Mississippi, placed not one bet, $13,000 worth of bets on unders on Terry Rozier's statistics that day. This is a game between the Hornets and the Pelicans. All 30 bets. I didn't know they had 30 over under, but I'm sure he took the under on under 20 points, under 15 points, under 10 points, under 5 points, and then did that with steals, rebounds, assists, blocks, anything you could think of. They placed $13,000 in bets on all that. They all cashed when Rozier exited the game after just 10 minutes, citing a foot issue. So
that's the same thing that happened to Jonte
Porter. Yeah.
Oh, he's through.
That's not good.
How you get cleared and then he got cleared, and then a week or two later, boom, he gets caught again.
It sounds like, I don't know that he ever did get cleared, because what it sounds like was the story said that whatever investigation had wrapped up, I don't know if it was the NBA's or the FBI's, but one of the investigations said the investigation is closed, meaning it's wrapped up, meaning it's finished, meaning they said, we are done with the investigation. We have all the information we need. And then I think the media took that, and the stories we were reading were so then he's done. He's cleared. He's good. And it's didn't say he was cleared. said the investigation was done. Didn't mean they hadn't decided to do anything about it or that he wouldn't face any further punishment, at least to what I saw. I'm going back and looking at it. It looks like they just said, we finished up our investigation. Now we'll go and submit that to the authorities and everybody will do what they're going to do. So, yeah, it doesn't look like he's out of the woods quite yet.
First of all, this is the thing. If you're going to do this, you got to stop they got to stop with the large amount of money. They don't understand that it's going to get flagged.
Yeah.
Like it's unusual. Like 13,000 on you?
Yeah.
Like on you? Oh, yeah, that's a problem. So if you're going to do this, whoever your friend is that's doing the bet, you tell him, listen, we got like $200. Like let's just let's just work with $200 so we don't get flagged.
This is the weirdest thing too, right? Because number one, I'm guessing if you bet $13,000 on 30 different things, quick math tells me you're not even betting $1,000 on one particular over or under. You're betting amounts that are hundreds of dollars. And while I'm sure that if you add all that up, it turns into, let's say your 13,000 could double or even triple, like you'd really have to have some ridiculous odds to get. And I don't think a Terry Rozier under is like, oh my God, minus 6,000, because it's like, oh, he's going to score a ton. No, he's not. Like he's a role playing guy. He's not like LeBron James or something. Mm-hmm. So I'm just pointing out that from a betting standpoint, the most they could have, Dylan, you're the gambling degenerate on this show. What's the most you think on 30 over-unders on Terry Rozier, even if you're doing like 0 to 1 point, nothing, like there's no way this guy, whoever did this, made like 50 or let alone $100,000, right?
There's a lot more prop bets than I think you think.
Okay.
Because, I mean, that could, like you said, they could have done player points, steals, rebounds, blocks, 3-point shots, assists, and then like you have, like you said, tiers of that. But like let's say for the sake of this argument, his over under points was like 12.
Okay.
You could hit it literally at everything. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4.
Okay.
And then those low numbers, those are going to be at plus odds. And then if you take that over to rebounds, assists, steals, then you're starting to get to plus odds on those lower numbers if you're hitting the under. And then that's not to say we don't know if they did parlays.
Oh, yeah, fair enough.
Right. So, yeah, there's definitely money to be made off of $13,000 gambling.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
but even then, sure. I'm just trying to figure out. I guess you're right. I didn't think about parlays there. That makes sense. Even then, we are talking about a number that's probably in the hundreds of thousands. Like, I'm guessing this doesn't turn into millions of dollars for you.
Definitely not.
And Terry Rozier is a guy who plays in the NBA who makes millions of dollars. It just seems like that's too big of a risk. The argument here is not that someone did this and just got lucky. It's that they knew what he was doing and he knew and told them, and there was some kind of insider information being passed. Why would you risk that?
Well, have we seen anything with Terry Rozier's finances like we saw with Malik Beasley's, who's apparently, even though making millions of dollars, was actually broke? I mean, it's not like that's the first time we've seen this. Like, I don't know. What if sports gambling was legal when Allen Iverson was losing all his money? Maybe he would have got into something like this. Sorry, Tyvis. I know that's your guy.
Hey, it's my guy, too.
Allen Iverson? I'm a Tracy McGrady type of guy.
Oh, I forgot.
Anyways.
That's when it fits you. You're a Tracy McGrady guy. And then I'll say something about Allen Iverson. You'll be like, I love Allen Iverson.
No.
Ranting and raving about him.
No. When what I said about Allen Iverson is Allen Iverson impacted a culture change. That's a fact.
I mean, that's a high praise, Tyvis.
He did.
You don't say that about someone you don't like.
He did. But as far as like a basketball player, like he wasn't my favorite. Yeah. That was my brother's favorite.
I mean, we understand that he's no Kyrie Irving.
No, he's not. No, he's not. And I will fight that any day on the earth. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love the fact that Allen Iverson took the 76ers to the finals and got the one win. Yes, Kyrie probably won't do that. But we talk about skill-wise, no, he's not. No. Kyrie's better than him.
For those who don't maybe follow the NBA closely and are like, I don't know how good or bad Terry Rozier is. I don't know how much money this guy would have made.
Oh, he made some coin.
2023, that 22-23 season, when this is alleged to have occurred, his base salary is $21 million. So, like, I'm just saying, like, this is a man, his current, I mean, this year, if he plays, which who knows, his salary is $26.6 million. He's gone up 21, 23, 24, 26. This man's on a $100 million contract is what I'm trying to tell you.
Let me ask you this.
Why would you risk that to make your buddy like $200,000? Just give your buddy $200,000 and say, there you go. Stop bugging me. Leave me alone. Like, when you have $20 million a year coming in, I know it's not. There's taxes. There's all this other stuff. But I would tell my buddy, like, hey, man, I will put you on every month, I'll send you a check. Don't bug me about sports gambling. I literally cannot do that. You cannot do that. No one can do that.
And I mean, Terry Rozier, and while he was in Charlotte, this is what got him paid. He averaged 18 points, 20 points, 19 points, 21 points, 23 points a game in his years in Charlotte.
No, he had like a decent run in Charlotte after his rookie. Like, he was on his rookie contract where I think he made like $10 million.
In Boston.
In Boston, yeah.
Where is he from? Cleveland.
Oh, he's a Cleveland guy. I didn't even think of that.
You know, it's crazy. We played because he went to Shaker, which Shaker and Bedford, my high school, is in the same conference. And I remember like him as a freshman playing varsity, and I'm just looking like, wow, this dude is a freshman playing varsity. He turned out to be a really good player, obviously. But you know, it's crazy. I look at his situation, and then I look at Malik Beasley's situation. I don't know which one of them has a better chance of beating this.
It's not great.
They both look pretty bad.
I think Malik's combined with the financial situation that I mentioned earlier in the background, like him owing his dentist, like creditors coming after him, like there's more motivation there.
I don't even know.
So you think Terry Rozier got a better chance of beating these charges?
Yeah, unless we find out that, he can't pay his eye doctor or something.
Yeah, because, I mean, literally, his defense is my argument, which is like, why would I do this? I make $100 million on this contract. Why would I risk that for bets totaling like $13,000? Now, again, who knows what they could have made, but...
So Malik Beasley will be suspended indefinitely from the NBA.
I think Malik gets banned if all this is true.
Malik Beasley's in a situation where they might have had to repossess his teeth. So, like, I don't know. Like, that seems like maybe I could see the federal investigators being a little
kind
more
of desperate on that one.
But still, this Terry Rozier stuff does not look good. It doesn't appear he's out of the woods. We thought he was, apparently not. So, yeah, I don't know what motivates me other than just a chance to get ahead. Right? There's a little bit more you could get. There's something out there I could do. I could game the system. Some people get addicted to that, right? I mean, go ask Pete Rose. Pete Rose had everything to lose by doing what he did, and he ultimately did. He could have been in baseball this entire time, but he liked gambling, and it's just something that it was an addiction for that guy. I admit that fully.
Well,
so
it
doesn't make sense is the point.
For the average person, if you're gambling correctly, I put in quotation marks, you're gambling money that you don't need, essentially.
Yes.
So that you figure that's the same with these guys. Like, hey, they have all this money, but they still just have the itch to just gamble.
Right. But the whole point of the gambling thing is like, I need something on this game because I don't know the outcome, and it would be fun to have a little extra juice on this, as opposed to I am directly going to play in this game and I'm going to make it so all these bets hit.
Right.
That's the part where it's like, then I don't understand the motivation, but we'll see. We'll see what they find out with him. Clip that in 2 minutes. A guy who should know better about college football is apparently shocked that college football players make crazy demands of their coaches. You'll hear from him in 2 minutes. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Well, a heads up for folks over in Westerville. We have a new ramp closure to tell you about. This one's happening on 270, that westbound ramp on the north side to 71 southbound. That is continuing. It started yesterday and will continue to Wednesday, 11 p.m. to 5 a.m. So definitely in those overnight hours. A great detour to keep in mind here. Take 270 westbound to 71 northbound, that area. That hops on to State Route 750. That's where you can make a nice loop around and head down on 71 South. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/joy to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy, HIMS.com/JOY.
Hi, I'm Rick Germain, and at Toyota West, we're having our biggest pre-owned sales event of the year. With over 600 new and pre-owned vehicles, Toyota West at I-270 and Georgesville Road has the car you're searching for. And during our Go Forth sales event, every pre-owned vehicle is discounted and comes with a 72-hour exchange policy plus a 3-month warranty. At Toyota West, you don't have to choose between a great experience and a great price. We deliver both. Come see us at the Germain Auto Mall on Georgesville Road or get started today at ToyotaWest.com.
T-Bone and Tyvis is presented by Awaken 180 Weight Loss. Sign up today at awaken180weightloss.com.
Listen to that! Son of a... That's unbelievable! Oh my goodness! Holy smoke! Just incredible!
T-Bone and Tyvis present Clip That.
Sponsored by Prime Sports. Download the Prime Sports Ohio app today or visit online at primesportsbook.com. Receive a 100% match when you deposit up to $400 with the Prime Sports Ohio app.
Yesterday, Kirk Herbstreit, noted college football analyst, perhaps the college football analyst of record, right? He's the biggest name in college football. Sure, my guy. He's blocked me on every social media platform.
Has he really?
He's definitely blocked me on Twitter. I don't know about the other ones.
That you must have been really tagging him.
I think I might have said something about maybe you should pay more attention to your kids than your dogs, and I think that's what did it. I don't know.
You tagged them?
Oh, yeah. Anyway, the kids, though, they get to carry the poop bag for the dog. That's their special treat for being his sons. Anyway, Herbstreit was on a wonderfully titled podcast. I'm sure it's brilliant, called Try That in a Small Town. I don't know what that is. Get a flight to Mexico. I don't know what that means.
I'm assuming that's after the Jason Aldean hit.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of that song. It's really got a lot to say. It's really smart and intelligent. Anyway, Herbstreit was on this podcast, and here's what he said about the Nico Iamaleava situation at Tennessee, where that player left and went to UCLA. Here's what Kirk Herbstreit had to say.
I don't know the true story. I've heard different stories. Some people thought it was about money. I've heard from close sources it was more about Nico's dad going to Josh back in December before they played Ohio State, like, hey, listen, you got to get better at offensive line and better at receiver. You got to get better around him if you want us to stick around, which blows my mind that a college quarterback's dad would do that to a head coach. And I think at the end of the day, when they got into spring ball, it was still more of you haven't brought people in to make him and this offense better. Again, I don't know if that's true, but that's what I was hearing. So I don't think it was necessarily about the money. I think it was more about, is Nico going to be able to play well enough to eventually be a first pick in the draft with the players that they had around him? That's disgusting to me if that's true.
Not as disgusting as cleaning your dog's poop out of the press box, but whatever, Kirk. Glad it's disgusting you. Now, let me ask you, Tyvis. You're a former college football player. Mm-hmm. You've been in the recruiting game over the years, outside of being a player.
Yeah.
Is it crazy to think that a star quarterback at a college football program as big as Tennessee would have some demands, or that the family would have some demands of the head coach that are a bit above and beyond, like, hey, he just wants to get some good playing time? Is that shock you that a star player would make absurd demands of a head coach?
In today's society? Yes. Absolutely not.
Okay. That's what I thought too, being an idiot who doesn't do anything with college recruiting, but just looking at it from the outside in as a fan pretty much. I've heard those stories. I've seen those stories.
My thing about this whole thing right now is it's not shocking in any way. I think that if Nico, to me, the father got this from somewhere. It wasn't like the father just was up and said, okay, if what he's saying is true, if his father was like, yeah, you need to get better, that means Nico must have said something to him a long time ago. Well, that must have been
sure.
Because worst case scenario, you would say, all right, dad said this. Josh Heupel could have been like, all right, your father is saying this, but let me talk to you one-on-one in my office. What's really going on?
Okay, that's right.
And Nico, if that wasn't the case, Nico would be like, don't pay attention to my father. I never said anything like that. These are my guys. I love this team. I love being here, blah, blah, blah.
And he'd still probably be
he'd probably still be at Tennessee. And that'd probably be the end of it.
Right.
But the fact that that's obviously clearly not the case, then obviously his dad was his voice. It's like the Odell situation. His dad is his voice. He don't want to be the one to say it because he don't want to be bad in the media. He don't want to look bad. So his dad was like, I don't care. I will be bad and I will say it.
I just like the idea.
That's exactly what this is to me.
Odell Beckham Jr.'s dad getting like cap cut on his own, rogue, and then the son's like, wait, whoa, where's this video coming from?
You
like,
know where it's coming from.
Right.
You sent me the clips. That's what his dad should have said. You sent me the clips.
Right. And that's exactly right. I feel like this situation with Nico Iamaleava, if you think that is distasteful and bad, that a star quarterback would say something like that to a head coach, okay, I can't change your mind on that. I'm not surprised by it. You're not surprised by it. I think most people who pay attention to college football kind of assume that goes on. Mm-hmm. But the other part of this that I find odd is the line that came out when this all happened. Timing was obviously terrible from Nico Iamaleava, right? Day before the spring game, night of the eve of the spring game, he says, yeah, I'm out. I'm not going to play, after they thought they were cool. They thought they'd figured everything out. And what was the thing everyone said his major sticking point was back then? Oh, he wants more money. Mm-hmm. They negotiated. He went back on the deal. He wants even more money. This is a selfish player, selfish family, selfish. Now, Herbie's like, not only is that not what I heard was it was nothing about the money. It's about him wanting the team to be better. Well, damn, I think if I'm a Tennessee fan, I'm like, I kind of am on his side. Did you watch the Ohio State game? They annihilated you. Like,
yes.
The man had his helmet cracked open like an Easter egg.
Yeah.
Was he wrong?
Well,
Dad said this before the Ohio State game, and then apparently after the Ohio State game, he was like, case in point, right there.
There's a couple of reasons. One, their second or their first best offensive weapon didn't play, and that's Sampson.
Yeah,
Dylan
Sampson, right.
So that's one. Two, Ohio State was probably clearly the best team in college football. And they pretty much did that to everybody that they kind of went up against, except for Texas. So,
right.
Yeah.
Well, right. But I'm saying, if you're a Tennessee fan, if you're Nico Iamaleava, are you sitting there going, hey, man, we're only Tennessee. What can you do? No, you're saying, I want to be Ohio State. I want to be at that level. I want this program to get there. Josh Heupel, we need to get better. One of the complaints was his offensive line.
Okay, so
was he wrong?
Guess what they did? They went out and got the best offensive tackle in last year's recruiting class.
Okay, that's fair. Now,
David Sanders.
Now, that's where the argument could get tricky, right? Is if he's saying, yeah, I still didn't see enough, I need to leave. And then where you end up landing is UCLA, which is a joke.
What are you talking about?
I'm not saying Nico Iamaleava is faultless. I'm not saying the dad was 100% right. But the narrative from Herb Street saying, like, this is disgusting. He used the word disgusting to me. What?
No, it's not.
The guy is saying, I want the team to be better. Now, it might be purely selfish, but I think most players want the team they're on to be really good. Selfish or not, they want to win.
I think,
and that's not the same as I need a whole bunch of extra money, which was what everyone ripped this guy for. And now it turns out he actually just, if this is true, what Herbie's saying, that's the narrative that's being pushed out there, is that the guy wanted Tennessee to be better, and he's like, we can't have that. Get out of here. And it's like, okay.
That's Herbie.
Doesn't make sense to me.
Herbie saying this is disgusting. This is just him, like, being old school.
I guess.
Like, not being around this type of stuff, like not knowing all the stuff that goes on to what kids actually come in and demand and ask for. It's foreign to him. So that's why it's disgusting, because it's all new.
Maybe
to me,
if only Herb Street had sons that played college football. Oh, wait, he did.
To me, it's
so
like
you think he would be at least a little aware of this. You know,
to me, it's like, all right, that's okay.
In fairness, Herb Street's sons weren't anywhere good enough to make these type of demands, so he wouldn't know what this is like. He has no idea.
Don't do that to the kids.
I didn't make fun of his dogs. That's what he cares about.
Maybe I'm just a cynical person that thinks everyone's a liar, but I think this is just a smokescreen from Nico's camp to be like, oh, this wasn't about the money. This was about the roster around him. But if that's the case, why are you transferring to UCLA, where the only thing they have going for them is
we're in LA?
Like
that's the part. That's what makes this whole thing wild.
Then take a bigger pay cut than you even took to play for UCLA and go play for a better team. BYU needs a quarterback. He went to Tulane. Like there's other more prominent programs in regards to their prospects of the 2025 season that probably needed a quarterback that he could have went and played for a pretty penny, but not as much as he got at UCLA or Tennessee. If that's really what it was about, go play for a stacked roster on the cheap.
That's totally fair. What I'm kind of shocked at with all this is like if Nico's camp had come out and said, yeah, we didn't leave because of money, it was because of this. Like if what Kirk Herbstreit is doing, he's going on this podcast, it turns out, is like a podcast that's very much like, it should be the way it used to be. Like that, he's going on there and telling this story about, like, can you believe this selfish jerk wanted to get his team better and didn't even care about the money? It's like that actually makes him sound less selfish and more like a Tennessee Vols fan is what he sounds like. Like he just, I'm saying to remove the money out of it is actually kind of undercutting that narrative. Now, you're right. If his people were out there saying this, then that would make it look like this is a PR stunt. But Herbie is bringing this up where he has no reason to do PR for Nico Iamaleava. It makes no sense.
The only thing that slightly made sense to me when all this Nico stuff was going on was it was a report that he wanted to be in a more NFL style type offense. So that one I would hear because Tennessee clearly they do different stuff.
Yeah, right.
Like Hendon Hooker, he struggled in the NFL. I know he got hurt and he's been blah, 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 but he's got to learn that new NFL system. Joe Milton picked it up pretty fast. Obviously, he played really well. But my thing is, it didn't even matter about the talent around him because their quarterbacks have been getting drafted the last couple of years. I think Hendon Hooker went, third round or something like that? And then Joe Milton went 5th or 6th. So, they're getting drafted, and if those guys went as high as they did, if you were supposed to be better than them, they would come grab you and make you a first-round pick.
Yeah.
So, you necessarily didn't have to leave. But the only thing that would make sense a little bit is the pro-style offense. Okay, I can hear that part. But the rest of it, the talent and the money, I ain't really too much hearing it.
His camp isn't putting that out there. Kirk Herbstreit's the one saying this, and then he's ripping him for it. And it doesn't. Herbstreit seems to think this makes him look worse somehow, and I don't understand that. Morning Wood is coming up next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good morning. Well, we had a couple disabled vehicles that just cleared up their scenes here. The first one was happening just north of our downtown scene, 71 northbound at 11th Avenue. We had a right shoulder blocked for about 30 minutes or so. That has since cleared, as I mentioned. The other one was 670, that westbound ramp to 71 northbound. We were expecting some lane closures, but crews were able to clear it up pretty quickly. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Rates as low as 5.54% APR and a $400 cash bonus when you refinance your auto loan with BMI Federal Credit Union. Visit bmifcu.org/refinance.
Bobby Carpenter here for Germain Toyota. Swing by Germain Toyota and ask for Marcello and discover unbeatable deals and a wide selection of new and certified pre-owned Toyota vehicles. Visit them at germaintoyota.net. Germain Toyota on the corner of I-70 and Bryce Road.
Win big at Eldorado Scioto Downs, your Caesars Rewards hotspot. Play over 1,700 hot games. Sip craft brews at Brew Brothers. And dine at Guy Fieri's Trattoria with its famous 68-layer lasagna. Enjoy live music at Vail Bar and harness racing now through September. Experience nonstop thrills where rewards never stop. Must be 21 plus to gamble. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Colin Mann here for Universal Windows Direct. Are your leaky windows costing you money? Yes, they are. Right now, when you call my guys at Universal Windows Direct, you get payments as low as $99 a month or 12 months with no payments and no interest. Seriously, upgrade your home now and relax until next year. Call now and get a free in-home window and energy assessment. Choose the payment plan that's right for you. 614-502-5220 or go to universalwindowsdirect.com. Like me, you'll be saying, I love my windows.
Hi, I'm Dr. John Runyon from Runyon Dental Group. Are you missing teeth or do you have uncomfortable dentures? Dental implants can not only transform your smile, they can restore your confidence and allow you to eat those foods you love that you've been missing. When I was in my early 30s, I was in a similar situation needing complex dental work and dental implants.
I understand all the emotions that you're feeling because I've been the patient, and I know that we can help you. Schedule a free consultation today at RunyonDentalGroup.com. That's RunyonDentalGroup.com.
Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter. I know what it's like to be stuck in that cycle of pain where you're trying to get better. You keep going to the doctor, steroid shots, surgeries. Do not go down that road anymore. Go see my friends at QC Kinetics. They will help treat you without going under the knife and without the meds. QC Kinetics are the leaders in regenerative medicine to help your body heal itself. And I should know, I've been a client there, and they helped me with my knee get back to the running in the summer and going whitewater rafting and all of the things that you enjoy. And this is the critical part about my friends with QC. 92% of patients report satisfaction with their results. That's peace of mind. It's not just a number. They're trying to help you. They're the second opinion that you're looking for to keep you from getting under the knife. To find out if you're a good candidate, go check them out at qckinetics.com/Columbus. The consultation is free, or call 380-2845-44. That's 380-2845-44. They have offices all over Central Ohio, so go check them out.
Newman Roofing is proud to sponsor the Fan and 10 TV's Beat the Heat fan drive. Help Ohio's most vulnerable residents deal with the extreme heat this summer. Purchase new box fans and take them to the nearest Franklin County fire station or buy online. For more information, go to lifecarealliance.org.
Buckeye football training camp is coming. Catch live editions of Morning Juice, T-Bone, and Tyvis and Bishop and Friends starting July 31st. They'll be close enough to smell the jock straps. Live on the Fan and YouTube. Yay football.
Do you owe $10,000 or more in credit card debt or personal loans? With credit card debt at all-time highs, Debt Relief Advocates is urgently notifying consumers of debt relief now being made available, designed to aid consumers with out-of-control credit card debt. Those who qualify and enroll for this relief program will only have to pay back a fraction of what they owe. This is not bankruptcy or a debt consolidation loan. This is a relief program that credit card companies would rather you not know about, as it ends your debt nightmare and saves you lots of money. Consumers owing at least $10,000 in credit card debt or personal loans can now take advantage of this debt relief as the cost of living skyrockets. Debt Relief Advocates has established a relief hotline for you to call to learn what debt reduction you may qualify for, so don't wait. For this free information, call the Relief Hotline at 800-606-8737. 800-606-8737. 800-606-8737.
The Fan Guest Hotline is sponsored by Airflow Heating and Cooling and Bryant, doing whatever it takes to keep you and your home comfortable. The Fan.
The next time Tyvis hits a home run in softball will be the first time Tyvis hits a home run in softball. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
All right, I have an update on the shaving. We will get you that at the top of this hour, 7 o'clock. I will tell you the update on shaving off my beard.
Yeah, we gotta boot out that rejoin. I think Tyvis deserves to not hear that anymore.
Oh, yeah. I requested it after I hit the home run. Yeah, I came right on the radio with Tim and Tito and said, I want that removed.
Okay, well, you know what? We'll talk to whoever's in charge of all that and get it removed.
Well, it's probably Colin, and he's not here.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
Then it's going to be a while.
Exactly. It's
going to be a while.
All right. It's time for us to get some Morning Wood, so let's make it happen.
It's good to know where you stand on the important issues. Oh, my. This is Morning Wood.
All right, Dylan, go ahead. Morning Wood question number 1.
So the Guards are suddenly hot, winning 9 of 11. The Reds are suddenly not. They've lost 2 in a row. They're both 3.5 out of a playoff spot. Which team would you say is more likely to make the postseason?
I think, for me, it depends on who's willing to make a move at the deadline. And I feel like, and I can't believe I'm saying this, I feel like the Reds are more likely to do that, even though the Castellinis have been notoriously bad owners. I feel like they have to sense that Elly De La Cruz ain't going to be here forever. You've got a pitching staff that can actually win in the postseason if you get there. This is the year to go in and go get what you need and make moves. I don't have faith the Guardians are going to do that, so I'll say the Reds are more likely to have a shot at making the playoffs, despite them being the same total there.
I'm going to say...
Am I, you know what I mean? I know you want to say Guardians, but
I would say the Reds as well, because of the simple fact that there are 3 teams in front of them for that spot, to where the Guardians have 4 teams that they got to try to beat out for that final wild card spot. So I just think that their road is a little more steep than what the Reds is, and I think the Guardians are going to be sellers at the deadline, anyways. I don't see them being buyers at the deadline.
It's
but
sad
the Reds,
to say that.
The Reds, I could see being a buyer at the deadline. So. Yeah, I'm going to say Reds.
I know the last time I called out cynical Guardians fans, they went on a 10-game losing streak, so I probably shouldn't be saying what I'm saying, but there's still like 60-ish games left in the regular season. I think like the Guardians are the more obviously experienced veteran team. I think the Reds are still a year away. I honestly wouldn't want to give up much to be buyers at the deadline if I'm them.
Yeah.
I think the Guardians just stay pat and play like they've been playing. There's a lot of season left. They could easily make up that ground.
Morningwood question number 2.
If T-Bone was invited to play in the Cardell Jones charity softball game next year, would he be able to hit a home run?
Over the baby fence?
Yeah.
No.
I mean,
no.
How far is that? I don't honestly know.
I would guess it was somewhere around like 250 feet. That would be my guess.
Then no. No, I didn't know if it was just like outside of the infield or something. Like I didn't know how far it was. Like I didn't know if it was just.
It's like it's like splits the middle, the outfield.
Okay, probably not. I think you know what though. I'll tell you this. I would go to the cage. Last year I went to a batting cage the first time in forever, and I was able to get around. This is true, on 80 miles an hour.
Really?
Now, it's from a cage, and I didn't make good contact. But I'm saying I got around and like was able to make contact on like half the pitches I saw. So like I have hand-eye coordination.
What was the last year you played baseball? Like grade school wise?
I think I was in 3rd grade. No. I didn't play in junior high. I played basketball, my friend. I was dedicated to the game.
They're 2 different
unlike
seasons,
you.
man. You could do both.
No.
What's wrong with you?
I didn't have a special. You one of these kids that need a specialized?
You do know that, like I play sports year round. Like I did
I got
football, basketball, baseball, or track.
I was focused on basketball year round.
Do you have slow pitch softball experience?
I have done slow pitch softball, and I can't say that I was great. I'm saying I wouldn't hit the home run. I'm saying I would make contact, though. I definitely think I could make some contact. Getting to first base, that's a different story. Morningwood question number 3.
All right, Superman had another successful weekend in the box office. Who would you guys say is the best and the worst superhero to ever exist?
The worst is Ben Affleck as Batman.
Really? You didn't like Ben Affleck as Batman?
Couldn't stand it. Hated it.
Oh, that movie?
Heath Ledger as the Joker was the best.
Are we? Well,
he's a villain.
He's not a superhero, and we're not talking about the actor. Okay, hold on. Let me back up. The Batman. I don't know who. I'm trying to think of the worst superhero is. Like, I feel like Superman obviously is honestly one of my picks for worst superhero.
Yes.
Why?
Yes. Go ahead.
Because the whole premise of superheroes is like they have something they do well, but they're flawed in other ways. Like Cyclops with X-Men. It's like he's got the red vision where he can like cut lasers through things, but he can't take his glasses off, otherwise he kills people.
Yeah, it goes everywhere.
Yeah, that's a dynamic thing. Superman, it's like, oh yeah, the only thing that can stop him is this like random stone from like another planet that he's from.
Kryptonite.
Yeah, and it's like, other than that though.
What is Batman's weakness?
That's the beauty of Batman. His weakness is his anger, and it always gets him in trouble. And
what about Spider-Man?
Spider-Man's weakness is he gets thrown around a lot, and I don't know. I forget what is his weakness.
I mean, but they're basically like Spider-Man's not, but Batman's basically a human being. I don't know if you could. His superpower is money. Same thing with Iron Man. Their superpower is money. That's like endearing to me because that's somewhat realistic.
So your favorite superhero is Batman?
Probably Batman or Iron Man. I cried when Iron Man died in the Avengers Endgame.
First of all, the best
spoiler alert.
The best superhero is the Hulk, and I don't care what nobody says.
The Hulk is the best
to me.
No.
Wow.
But yeah, Superman is just completely trash all around. He's overpowered. He really has no weakness.
Yeah.
He's a goody two-shoe.
Yeah.
He's supposed to be disguised as Clark Kent. No one's recognizing him.
Yeah.
What?
I know.
Like T-Bone said, his weakness is a rock that's millions of miles away. Like there's no vulnerabilities. There's no depth to him. He's just an overpowered being with no weakness and no depth to his character.
Yeah.
Man.
That's exactly right. Yeah. It is.
If you like Superman, you're a shallow human being.
Well, Superman they came up with, and he was like the first real superhero in a comic book. And it was like, yeah, at the time they were like, hey, what if this guy could do everything? Yeah, let's make it. And then we realized after like 5 comic books, it's like, what would be fun though is if he had some depth or some problems or wasn't always like perfect. And then they were like, well, here's Batman. And you're like, oh yeah, there we go.
Exactly.
That's way more my speed. By the way, best superhero, Wolverine. That's my answer on that.
That's a great one, actually.
Wolverine. Yeah. He's impervious. He can always recover from the pain.
Superman is the worst.
Superman sucks. I'm not even going to go see the movie.
I'm so glad you feel
I'm not
that
even
way.
going to go see the movie.
So we have an update on the shaving. We'll give you that next. And I have some audio to play for you. The Bengals are complaining about something they did to themselves. They are so stupid. We're going to talk about all that next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
For folks over in New Albany, we have a new ramp closure to tell you about starting tonight. Sunbury Road ramp to 270 northbound will be closed starting at 8 p.m. to 5 a.m. And the same situation for Wednesday night, too. So pay close attention to this detour. Take Sunbury Road instead of 270 southbound in that direction. That will head you all the way down to East Broad Street. So pretty big of a detour. Gahanna, passing by the airport this morning. Again, over to that East Broad Street area. Just loop back around at 270 northbound. That will be the best alternate route when it comes to this construction project. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Do you suffer from leg pain, leg swelling, varicose veins, or leg ulcers? Dr. Barry Zeta and Dr. Joseph Senta at Ohio Vein and Vascular Polaris are pioneers in the vein and vascular field. Dr. Zeta and Dr. Senta can perform minimally invasive procedures that will get you back on track to a pain-free life. Stop living with leg pain and start the process to healthy living with a free healthy leg screening. Go to loveyourveins.com or call 614-426-VEIN. That's 614-426-VEIN or loveyourveins.com.
Hey, it's Leslie from Pella Columbus.
I'm Wilson from that other window place.
One of my favorite things, Wilson, is the look on people's faces when they see the end price for Pella windows.
Yeah, I'm always hearing, does it look like I'm wearing my money britches?
More like, I can't believe we get the Pella look and quality at these prices.
Oh, you went the other way with that. You're hearing good things. Oh, this is awkward.
Get the window that homeowners rated the leading window brand in Columbus at PellaColumbus.com.
Hey friends, Beamer here, and dropping just 25 pounds with Awaken 180 can actually give you 10 extra degrees of golf swing rotation. That's about a half a club longer, 6 to 10 extra yards on every swing. But from experience, lose 75 pounds like I did, and now we're talking next level distance, consistency, and even mood, especially on the back nine. And actually, every pound you drop takes 4 pounds of pressure off your knees. So I lost 300 pounds of pressure off of mine. Take strokes off your game by taking pounds off your frame. Online at awaken180weightloss.com.
At Dick's Sporting Goods, we have always believed sport has the power to change lives. Community happens here. Change happens here. Sport happens here. Introducing the all-new Dick's House of Sport, bringing new experiences, new services, and unrivaled selection from the top brands to a new place Polaris can call home. Featuring a rock wall, a HitTrax multi-sport cage, and 3 golf hitting bays. Dick's House of Sport at Polaris Fashion Place. Grand opening celebration August 15th through August 17th.
The sun is out and the savings are on at Coghlan Kia, Central Ohio's largest volume Kia dealer. Take up to $7,000 off MSRP on any new Kia EV in stock, or get up to $3,000 off MSRP plus 0% financing for 60 months. Visit CoglanKia.com.
Largest Kia dealer based on current ground stock at all 4 Coghlan Kia locations. 0% for 60 months equals $1,667 per 1,000 finance. All manufacturer incentives to dealer. Prior sales excluded. Dealer financing required. Residency restrictions may apply. See dealer for details. And 7/31/25.
Road trip! This summer at Tire Discounters, your tires are your passport to savings, because you're driving to Paris,
Texas,
then it's off to Rome,
Georgia,
and you'll be kissing the Blarney Stone in Dublin,
Ohio!
Right now, save up to $434 when you buy 4 tires, and that includes a free alignment and oil change. Stop at Tire Discounters before you see the world.
You found the one, now find the ring. Hi, it's Alex Johnson from the Diamond Cellar. On July 25th and 26th, Wedding Weekend is back with event-exclusive pricing for 2 days only. Celebrate with buy one, get one half off wedding bands, 20% off diamond anniversary bands, and 10% off handcrafted custom bridal. It's the perfect time to upgrade, personalize, or say yes for the first time. Join us July 25th and 26th on Selma Road or at Easton Town Center.
Working your way through that honey-do list? That means more flushes, more showers, more fiddling with a thermostat. Trust the pros at the Waterworks with your plumbing and drain cleanings and repairs and all your heating and cooling needs. Our certified pros can repair or replace your furnace or air conditioner. Clogs? Call the Waterworks. Drain cleaning? Call the Waterworks. Plumbing issues? Call the Waterworks. Furnace repairs? Call the Waterworks. The Waterworks. Trusted neighborhood plumbing, drain, heating, and cooling experts.
You've seen the headlines, heard the debates.
The three-point ball has created a monotonous rhythm to the game, and others.
Has the three-pointer ruined basketball? And how did we get here?
The rise of the three-point shot can be partially traced to an eccentric Kansas genius named Martin Manley,
whose story didn't turn out quite the way he imagined.
I decided I wanted to have one of the most organized goodbyes in history.
30 for 30 podcast presents
Chasing Basketball Heaven.
Available now, wherever you get your podcasts.
A SoFi personal loan is here to help you achieve something once thought impossible, overcoming high-interest credit card debt. Walk the tightrope of your finances with one low, fixed-rate monthly payment, no fees required, and as soon as the same-day funding. That's right. Pull off your own debt-defying stunt with a SoFi personal loan. Visit SoFi.com/trick to learn more. Loans originated by SoFi Bank, N.A., member FDIC. Terms and conditions apply. NMLS 696891.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus. The Fan. Sports Center.
Good morning, I'm Dylan Gonzalez. The Cleveland Guardians beat the Orioles yesterday 10-5 after Tanner Bybee gave up 3 runs in the top of the first inning. Jose Ramirez tied it up in the bottom half of the frame with a 3-run bomb. Bybee settled in after that, giving up just 3 earned runs in 7 innings pitched. Cleveland went up for good after a Kyle Manzardo home run in the 6th. The Guardians have now won 9 of their last 11. The Cincinnati Reds, on the other hand, lost their second straight game last night 10-8 to the Washington Nationals. The Reds tried to mount a comeback, but were never really in it after falling behind 4 runs in the first inning. The Reds will play the Nats again today. You can catch that game on ESPN Columbus. Coverage starts at 6:15 from Washington, D.C. This update was brought to you by Germain Toyota, the best selection of new and used cars in Central Ohio. View their full selection of vehicles online at germaintoyota.net.
Just a reminder, Tyvis thinks all pizza tastes the same. Also a reminder, Tyvis was born without taste buds. You're listening to Bone and Tyvis.
All right. Enough talk. Action is what we're looking for. I got to shave my face. We're going to do it not today. We're doing it Thursday. Thursday, 8 o'clock hour, my face gets shaved live on the air. We're working out the exact logistics of this because the bosses were like, we want you to do it on the air. We want you to do it on a microphone. We want it to be heard. We want to hear the clippers, bzzz, doing around your face. And I said, I appreciate that. However, as someone who regularly trims my beard, and I have seen the little flecks of hair and how they go everywhere, if we do that in this studio, Common Man will demand that we burn this studio to the ground and start over. Because I think one shred of body hair getting like on the keyboard or on his board or on the microphone, that's not going to be good. And I can promise you, as someone who's cleaned my own sink after I've, had to trim my beard hair. Like
I just trimmed mine down like 2 days ago.
And doesn't it get everywhere?
Oh, my sink was full.
Yeah. I know.
Yeah.
It looks good, though. You did a good job with it.
Thank you.
Yeah. I actually have not trimmed it because I figured I'm getting it done. I might as well. We're going to get a barber in here to shave it off.
Professionally.
Yeah. So I'm just going to let it get as nasty and crazy as it can for the next few days.
They could have did the top, too, but you I guess.
I can do that myself. You know what? They can do the bottom.
You put they
can shave other places.
You put cream on your head when you shave your head?
No, I don't actually bick. I don't do the top of my head like that.
Okay.
I just use the clippers to get it down to the lowest setting, and then that's it.
I seen one person do that when I was in San Francisco. Leon Hall,
okay,
the Wolverine. He was in there. We was getting ready to leave to go on a flight somewhere, and he was in the bathroom of the facility. He had his shaving kit and everything, and he put it on his head, and he was in there just shaving his head. I'm looking at him like, I was intrigued. I've never seen this happen like live like this. And it was just like, wow, he's really in there doing that.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's something that my fear with it is that I'm not as good around this. Cut this up. I'm not as good around the back. And so I have had times where like I get out of the shower after I've like shaved my head all the way down with the razor, and then I'll touch the back of my head and I'll just have blood all over my hand. And I'm like, oh, I got to go back in the shower. And then it's like getting that to stop bleeding. If you know pro wrestling, that's why when you see those guys where they have blood all over the place after one of those matches on a pay-per-view, all they do is they take a tiny little razor blade and they just prick their forehead with like a pinprick. And it bleeds like a stuck pig. It goes everywhere. It makes it look like you have a massive head wound. That's real, but even if you're like shaving, it does that. So that's why I typically don't bick my head, because I don't want to look like I'm in like the Royal Rumble after,
you got one of them little electric shavers that you just...
Yeah, I have the clippers, that you use to like trim your beard up. I just use it on my head.
Oh.
Use it all there.
I wouldn't know.
Maybe other places. You don't need to know. I need to ask.
Well, they got Manscaped for that.
They do. They make those razors. I haven't invested in one. Maybe I should. The Bengals are complaining about something they did to themselves. Here's Mike Brown talking yesterday to reporters. And please excuse this audio. His brain has apparently turned to pudding. But this is Mike Brown trying to get through a sentence about why they're trying to change the language in the Shamar Stewart contract from what it used to be for first-round picks to what they want to change it to this year. And it has to do with a guy getting paid after he commits like a heinous crime and is off the team and is in jail. Okay, here's what Mike Brown, this is the language they're arguing over.
Well, if we get a player who gets involved in something like that or does something that is just unacceptable, guess what? I don't want to pay him. I really don't. If he's sitting in jail, I don't think I ought to be paying him. And so we say that if he got involved in conduct detrimental, we'd have the right to terminate the guaranteed part for the back years. He says, or his agent says, oh no, you can terminate the guaranteed part only for the remaining part of the year in which the event occurs. Oddly, something like this has never occurred in my memory with us. I don't think it's going to occur. So we're sitting here arguing over something that I think is pretty remote. And I ask myself sometimes why the hell we're doing it, but we are. And he's doing it too. And at some point, we got to put this stuff behind.
Okay. He continued rambling on, but I think you get the gist of it, which is this is very important. Also, I don't know why we're doing it.
So all of this is about if in the case of someone getting in trouble and going to jail.
Yeah. The argument isn't even if he goes to jail, does he get paid or not? It's does he get his guaranteed money beyond that calendar year? Like if you get arrested, let's say in October of 2025, do you get the rest of your guaranteed money that year? And then 26 and 27 are void and gone. Or do you get those voided and also get the year that you're in voided as well? We're literally arguing over a hypothetical that he says has never happened and involves a few months worth of pay.
So why?
Well, this is the typical thing.
Why even put that's dumb.
I've seen so many Bengals fans come out in the last few hours and like since he said this yesterday and go, I'm on his side. Yeah, what are we even doing here? And it's like the Bengals are the ones changing the language, not his camp. His camp is saying we want the same deal you gave your first round pick last year and the year before that and the year before that. I'm not necessarily on either person's side, but Mike Brown is even acknowledging, I don't quite know why we're doing this, but we are, and his side is doing it too because of a change you made, Mike Brown, because your organization made that change. That's why you're in this mess. And it boggles my mind. This is how you're handling your first round pick.
Let me be honest with you. I am now even more intrigued on what Trey Hendrickson's contract talk. Like, if we's talking about this for this situation, are we like talking about like little details on Trey Hendrickson's numbers too? Like that's,
but don't
they're
forget,
terrible
but
negotiators.
We can sign both our wide receivers to humongous deals on the same day. No questions asked. Do the Bengals front office, do they just think if we have all the offense, we will be able to win? And you don't, like, defense apparently is overrated? Yeah. Defense doesn't win championships? Is that what I'm hearing? Because how can you be like, what, checks for the wide receivers? Yay! And just throw them out there.
Well, I think they look at it like this. They said that Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs were able to win multiple Super Bowls, but they only had like one, maybe two guys on defense that you knew.
But they had a good defense. They have a great defensive coordinator.
I understand what you're saying.
I mean, you know, that defense suck?
I understand what you're saying.
Chiefs have a bad defense? No, they don't.
But people from the outside look like they don't have that many stars.
If anything, the Chiefs would be an argument to not pay your wide receivers because you have Pat Mahomes and then a bunch of guys you go, who? Huh? Him? And they go to make it to the Super Bowl every year.
To be fair, it seemed like the Chiefs lose somebody on defense every year, and yet they still make it to the Super Bowl.
Yes, they do.
It's always somebody on defense that they not going to pay. And he walks.
Steve Spagnuolo, right, is their defensive coordinator.
He walks,
He's a genius.
Yet they still are good. And I think they look at that, and they're like, oh, we can do that too because we got Joe Burrow and this great offense, so we can do that too.
Your defenses are miles apart.
But I'm just telling you what they think.
Here, we'll come back. We'll take a break, come back. When we come back, there is a reason why the Bengals are even being more dumb than you think. Because if you're thinking, well, how could they know this agent was going to be stupid and make this argument like this? It was known. It was out there, and the Bengals ignored it. We'll talk about it next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good Tuesday morning. Well, we are noticing a new traffic alert into our system here. This is happening for folks over on our northwest side, just south of Dublin, 270 southbound, just past Tuttle Crossing Boulevard. We are noticing a left shoulder blocked out there, not causing any slowdowns, but thankfully police are on scene. Not sure if it's a crash or a disabled vehicle. Just want to make sure folks are taking it nice and slow on the roads for this Tuesday morning. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
At CME, many of our team members are certified financial counselors, trained to help you budget smarter, tackle debt, and build a plan for your financial goals. They offer free confidential support exclusively for CME members with real-world guidance. Whether you're starting from scratch or need a plan for a specific financial journey, our counselors are here to help. No judgment, just support. Let's move forward together. Terms and conditions apply. Federally insured by NCUA. Visit CMEFCU.org for additional details.
Are you ready for the ultimate entertainment experience? It's all here, only with Spectrum TV Select. Popular apps are included: Disney Plus, Max, Peacock Premium, Paramount Plus, AMC Plus, and more. And live TV for sports, entertainment, and news. Enjoy across your devices no matter when or where you are. Get Spectrum TV Select and start streaming your favorites today. It's all here. Visit spectrum.com/entertainment. Restrictions apply.
At Kroger, you never compromise. You get high quality and low prices. Like you never compromise your meal with our spring salad mix that's guaranteed fresh. And you never compromise your budget with lower prices on over 1,000 items. Hand it to Kroger shoppers. You never compromise. Kroger. Fresh for everyone.
Now's a great time to save on cherries. Fresh picked red cherries are on sale for only $2.99 a pound with your digital coupon. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Hey guys, it's Timmy Hall, and I want to talk to you about the roof over your head. You know that thing that protects your house and everything in it? It's pretty important, and a lot of you are going to have to replace it soon. But be warned, there are companies out there that skip over the biggest part of the process, the attic ventilation. You see, if that attic doesn't have proper circulation, it can cause problems such as mold and rot. You got rot. And not to mention leaks in the wintertime and higher AC bills in the summer. This is one of the reasons I'm telling you about my guys at Victor's Home Solutions. They start with a free 21-point roof inspection, including a thorough inspection of that attic as well. They know that if that ventilation isn't right, that roof's going to be built on a shaky foundation. That's why every Victor's roof comes with a well-thought-out attic ventilation plan, and that's why they can offer a 50-year leak-free guarantee on every roof they install. Money-saving discounts and financing incentives are also available. Call for your free 21-point roof inspection and get that estimate today. 866-VICTORS or go to victors.com.
At Planet Fitness, we're declaring it. This is the year of getting stronger, and you can get started now by saving when you join today. We have all the best-in-class equipment you could ever need, and you can work out your way on your time at any convenient location near you. Most open 24 hours. So let's do this. Join Planet Fitness today and save. Just $1 down, $15 a month.
Offer ends July 31st.
See Home Club for details.
All your favorite fan shows are on YouTube, along with those fake YouTube ads like Chew This Gum and It Grows New Teeth. Experience the splendor of Bo sitting in his closet, Timmy Hall's gouty gold chains, and Matty Ice wearing a coat in 90-degree weather. It's all there. Head to YouTube and subscribe today.
AmeriHealth Caritas Ohio is your Medicaid plan for more benefits, more rewards. We know that good health means more than just seeing a doctor when you're sick. Eligible members can receive extras like home-delivered meals and family essentials, like baby carriers and kids' school supplies. Members can even earn rewards for playing mobile health trivia games. Learn more at AmeriHealthCaritasoh.com and call the Ohio Medicaid Consumer Hotline at 1-800-324-8680 to choose AmeriHealth Caritas Ohio.
Have you experienced foot or ankle pain during or after sports, running, or exercising at the gym? Nagging aches in your foot or ankle that won't go away? Podiatric physicians can provide you with important foot care solutions, shoe inserts, or show you how to support your feet and ankles so you're able to compete or exercise comfortably. Ohio Foot and Ankle Medical Association podiatric physicians are located throughout the state and have been serving the profession and the public for over 100 years. For more information or to find a member of the Ohio Foot and Ankle Medical Association near you, visit ohiofoot.org.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
We'll have a pretty lovely start to your day with our wake-up temperatures in the upper 50s to low 60s and clear skies. Then this afternoon, the humidity stays low as the temperature climbs into the upper 80s with lots of sunshine. For tonight, we'll see mostly clear skies and lows down into the 60s. For The Fan, I'm meteorologist Meredith Garfalo with your 10 Weather Impact Forecast.
T-Bone and Tyvis is sponsored by Prime Sports. Download the Prime Sports Ohio app today or visit online at primesportsbook.com.
Tyvis Powell helped the Buckeyes win a national championship. T-Bone watched Tyvis Powell help the Buckeyes win a national championship. Equally important. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
Plenty more to get to on this Bengals situation with Shamar Stewart, their first-round pick not being signed. Mike Brown had comments. Stuff they should have known with this, they didn't apparently. But Tyvis is going to tell you something before we get into that.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to tell everybody that summer's in full swings. The sun's out, the nights are warm, and everything feels a little more alive. You should feel good this time of year. Confident, connected, ready to enjoy it all. Not worried about erectile dysfunction. Oh, man. Could you imagine sitting there whining and dining your significant other, and then you get her in the mood and you're not able to perform? That is the worst thing that could possibly happen to you. So don't let that be you. And if you do suffer from that, there's people out there that's willing to help. And my guys at Tri-State Men's Health are there. They work when the pills and the herbals fail. They have treatments. They have treatments with success rates well over 90%. Some treatments can have you last an hour or more. There's 2 locations here in Columbus. One is in Hilliard. The other's in Westerville. You can schedule a consult with Tri-State Men's Health today. Your initial visit is $99. It includes a medical consult with a licensed medical provider, a TMPSA test, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. They have an expert staff, and if you're like a lot of men, you could be having sex the day after your appointment. So call them today at 800-900-9654 or visit tristatemenshealth.com.
So the Bengals yesterday had a lot to say about the Shamar Stewart situation. He is their first-round pick. He is not signed. You and I have talked about the brilliance of this in some ways from Shamar Stewart's camp, where no one is talking about whether or not this guy's any good, which is what we would normally be talking about with him. Instead, because he's a guy who had no production in college, basically. Well, I mean, and he's a free combine guy, and he's got all the tools, it looks like, to be successful in the NFL, except he just didn't get to the quarterback and get the numbers that you would expect in college, right?
My thing is, I would be hesitant. I mean, that has nothing to do with this part. Like,
no, but
this is legal information.
We're not even talking about whether or not he's any good.
I have been, but everybody else he's done a great job of completely ignoring. And on top of that, the fact is the season is, preseason starts in like, 3 weeks? 2 weeks? 3 weeks, I think.
Yeah.
He has not practiced with the team not one day.
No.
He's been there, but he ain't took a snap. And I seen somebody had said like it's becoming a concern. Like they need him out there. So like they need to bury this and let's go.
Well, it sounds like Mike Brown kind of sounded like he was hinting that. Duke Tobin, who is their director of player personnel, he's kind of been saying like, all right, it's time we need him out there. The agent, by the way, is Zach Hiller. Zach Hiller, because Duke Tobin yesterday said Shamar Stewart's, listening to the advice he's paying for. Zach Hiller responded and said, Duke Tobin has had no involvement in this negotiation. It seems to be above his pay grade. So they're trading barbs in the media. They're having I
understand both sides though. Like I get the owner saying like if you do something wrong and you're in jail, I'm not about to pay you while you're in jail. Like I get that part. But then it's like
the agent's point is, well, this is the contract you literally gave to every first round pick you've ever had. So I want the same contract for my guy.
So my question is, I still don't know the answer to this. Did they put this in the contract? Is this what everybody in the NFL is doing? Or are they the opposite of what everybody else in the NFL is doing?
I've wanted that answer too. And from what I can tell, it looks like more teams than not have language like what the Bengals are trying to get to going forward.
Okay.
So once again, the Bengals have been slow to adapt to the ways of the NFL, and now they're trying to play catch up. And I don't blame an agent, even though we can debate again. As fans of a team, right? We're just like, I want my guy to play. I want the dude who got drafted to show up and be good, hopefully for my team.
That man ain't gonna. But what is he going? He gonna sit out the season?
I don't know. I can't imagine he would.
No, because I don't think he'll be a first round pick if he re-entered the draft. Like that's the worst. Oh, he's going to re-enter the draft. He will not be a first round pick. There's no way.
His agent, I've read other lawyers and agents talk about this. They've said under no circumstances do you want to be the guy that whenever you represent a client going forward or you talk to the Players Association, they say, oh, you're the guy who made it so now all the Bengals contracts are different. Great. So that's why the agent is partially sticking up here and saying, I don't want this change because he doesn't want to be the one where it's like, oh, you let it happen. For all the players and the Players Association and the reps and the agents, they don't want that on their resume. They don't want to be the guy that did that. So this is the impasse the Bengals are at right now. Here's the thing, though. If this agent, let's say that this agent is completely in the wrong for requesting this, and let's say the Bengals, their position seems to be the agent is unreasonable. If you thought, well, they got surprised by that, they shouldn't have been. Here's Todd McShay. This is before the draft. He was actually referencing the 49ers, and he was trying to think, who would the Niners pick? I think, they have 11 maybe in the draft, at least to start?
I don't remember.
They were somewhere ahead of the Bengals. Here is what Todd McShay said about who they could take, and he brings up Shamar Stewart.
Shamar's an interesting name in the league right now, man, and it's been like this for a long time. Picked an agent who has not been the most pleasing during the process to Jim Nagy, Senior Bowl, teams trying to private workouts. I had an assistant GM call me recently, can we ask around? He refused to do I don't want to say refuse. He's not available for a private workout. I don't know, what is he hiding? He's a freak phenomenally. He's a phenomenal, physically gifted athlete. And so that's rubbed some teams the wrong way.
So this was known before the draft that the guy you're taking has an agent who's a problem. Now, if you want to say the Bengals, well, he's just so talented they couldn't pass him up, fine. But as you've pointed out, Tyvis, there were questions about that too. There are questions about how talented he is, how good he's going to be. So
they need to. They're going to have to compromise. That's kind of where this is going to come down to. I tell you what, with all of this, he better be. I'm talking about if he got less than 7 sacks this season, man.
You see, the thing is that I think that the Bengals have to stand their ground, though, because it's unprecedented for their franchise. Well, like T-Bone said, this is around the league, and it's like Stewart's camp is like, it's not going to be with our guy that you set this. But if they cave, then next year's first round pick's going to say the same thing. It's not going to be with our guy that you're going to do this to.
But also, the thing is, the funny part about it is if this is the language that everybody has in their contract and the Cincinnati Bengals was slow to adapt to it, if he decides to re-enter the draft, he's going to have to agree to it anyway.
That's true. And by the way,
so you might as well agree to it now. Because if you don't do it with Cincinnati, then you're going to have to do that contract anyway.
No, that's true as well.
That's a fantastic point. And further.
So that's why Cincinnati, like, go ahead. We not budging because you go sign this regardless, either with us or with somebody else.
Well, further on that, what happened this year when, like, it was believed that a guy who was a top 5 pick, at least according to all the mock drafts, was thought to like, oh, he might be a little bit of not a team player. He might be in it for himself. We saw what happened with Shedeur Sanders, where it didn't. Right. Like, I'm saying, if you go through this process and it ends up where you walk away, you go off and do whatever you have to do for a year and come back to the draft next year, watch that guy fall to like the 5th round. There's no, you know what I mean? Or the 3rd round. He's not getting a first-round pick grade on him.
No, you ain't played football
for a year. And the only way to do that, if he goes back to Texas A&M, that whole thing, would be he'd have to sue the NCAA and win and get an injunction against them to let him play, which, who knows? The NCAA is like a facade right now. Maybe they would win in court, but that's not likely.
No, they're not going to let him win because that's opening up too many floods.
Meanwhile, they talked about Trey Hendrickson yesterday too, and the overriding sentiment, you tell me if I'm wrong and if you've read this, was pretty much like, oh yeah, we'll get that done. Like they were like more on Trey Hendrickson, like, oh yeah, we'll get a deal done. Maybe not this year, but we'll, maybe not before the season starts, but we'll get a deal done. They seem
deal, telling you.
They seem very convinced they can get that done. This talk about Shamar Stewart was it was like there's a lot more comment of, I don't know how we're going to make this happen.
He better have 7+ sacks this season. That's all. If he decides to sign, or if he, whatever, it don't matter. Yeah. Whoever wins this situation, 7+ sacks.
Better
this
be.
Season. If he don't, man.
Yeah. Tyvis, if you were on the Bengals and all this was going on, what would your thoughts be, given like this is like a high expectation season for them? Like, as a player, like how would you feel about the Shamar Stewart and the Trey Hendrickson situation?
I would always side with the players and say, I understand why you're doing what you're doing.
Yeah. I think
100% I understand. Like, they trying to change the language on you. Like, my contract didn't say that, so why would you let them do that to you? I would 100% side with Shamar Stewart on this. But I would also say, at the end of the day, we kind of need you out here. That's one thing. And 2, if you don't sign that contract with us, you're going to have to sign that contract with another team next year anyway. So you might as well just go ahead and sign it with us.
Yeah, I think that's all fair. There is, by the way, in the quarterback battle up the road on 71 in Cleveland, there's one quarterback who's got a lot of noise all of a sudden. Maybe it gives us a hint on what we're doing at quarterback for the Browns. We'll talk about that in 2 minutes. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Hey there, and happy Tuesday. Well, we are noticing more drivers out on the roads, which means we are noticing more traffic. Taking a close look at folks over in Canal Winchester and Pickerington. Of course, we got 33 westbound looking a little bit slower than usual at 37 miles per hour in certain sections leading into the city. A similar situation, not as bad though for folks over on the west side, 70 eastbound. Of course, we got that ongoing construction just north of West Jefferson. But again, your drive time's not too bad here at 60 miles per hour. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Career changers, including veterans and active duty service members. Your transition starts here. Go from GI to IT in a matter of months. Become a certified cyber warrior with training at My Computer Career. Cybersecurity specialists are in high demand, offering IT pros great opportunities and a rewarding lifestyle while protecting our people, liberty, and treasured institutions from cyber threats. Deploy your career in IT today. Learn more at mycomputercareer.edu/CWP. SkillBridge and other VA benefits are available to those who qualify.
Progressive knows there's so many great things about being a sports fan. Like scoring the company box seats. How great is that? Trick plays that actually work. Prevent defense when your team is winning by a lot. And even more preventative prevent defense as they're hanging on by a thread. And of course, saving money when you bundle your home and auto with Progressive. That's pretty great. Just like trick plays that actually work.
Yeah, but how often does that happen?
Complaining about sports. Not so great. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Call 1-877 Cars for Kids to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now.
1-877 kids. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
T-Bone and Tyvis is presented by Awaken 180 Weight Loss. Sign up today at awaken180weightloss.com.
Tyvis has a bum wrist from playing football. Bone has a bum wrist from opening the heavy doors at Sheetz. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
Of course you are. And you can listen to the podcast wherever you get podcasts. Just search T-Bone and Tyvis. It'll be right there for you on your favorite podcast app. You save it, you favorite it, you like it, you follow it, whatever you got to do. Subscribe to it, what you used to do. Either way, you click on all that, you do that. Podcast comes to you every day free of charge, so you don't ever miss an episode. Also, don't miss Common Man and Timmy today, 3:45. They will have Ryan Day's press conference live from Las Vegas. Big Ten Media Days popping off today. It is obviously time shifted because it's in Las Vegas. So what is that, like 12:45 out there, whatever time it would be? Now it's like 3:45 our time. Either way.
I always felt some type of way about like Big Ten Media Days because Ohio State never selected me to go talk.
Really? That was short-sighted on their part.
No, if
you could have filled a whole hour for those reporters.
If I probably came back for my last year, they probably would have sent me.
I would hope
they
so.
wouldn't let me go.
That's too bad.
It's because we had Josh Perry, and he articulated very well.
No, but Joshua Perry, look, both of you are in media, so it wasn't like it was an incorrect decision. It's just they could have expanded the field and had you too.
It should have been me.
I agree with you.
I would have said something that made Urban yell at me.
Listen, is Joshua Perry on this show? No, you are. So I'm saying I pick you. I'm just saying, like, I agree. Like, I'm with you. I'm just, Josh is a great guy too. Joshua does an awesome job.
Josh should have acted like he had the flu or something and said he couldn't go.
So you could have done it?
Yeah.
What would you have said that would have pissed off Urban Meyer? I'm just curious.
I would have guaranteed victory.
That actually doesn't surprise me at all.
And then they would have asked me about the rivalry, and I'd feel like, I would have made the point that how can something be a rivalry when it's so one-sided?
Yeah.
And they would have been like, oh, Tyvis, you just got to stop.
I got a warm feeling remembering those days where it was like, not if we're going to beat Michigan, but by how much? Who's going to score the touchdown?
For some odd reason, I feel like we're going to win this year.
I hope.
Some odd reason. Don't ask me why, but I just have a hunch. Like, so much that I might put shaving my head on the line. That's how confident. That's how confident I am. That
you just got that hair. It's new.
I know. I think I ain't there yet, but I feel so good about it that I'm almost there. I'm almost there.
So what you're saying is you bet nothing right now.
Correct.
Okay. I just want to be clear on that.
You have to ask me on that, like getting up to that week. Okay. Right now, I feel that good.
All right, we're going to bookmark this and come back to Tyvis shaving his head. I will be shaving my beard off live on the air Thursday in the 8 o'clock hours. So tune in if you want to, I don't know, you'll hear people shock and recoil at how rounded my face is once they see my beard is missing. So this is the news from the Browns. Judy Batista, who was covering the team for NFL Network, she says Dillon Gabriel caught some eyes with the Browns during OTAs, and they put more on his plate than they initially planned because he was absorbing it so much. She says they were, quote, blown away by his processing speed. I have also heard other people up in Cleveland saying, among other things, that from the neck up, he's the guy they want at quarterback. Like, he's got the brain for it. He processes well. He's doing everything right.
Yes.
And I just feel like that's a very good thing to know. I also feel like quarterbacks typically do well when the part from the neck down is quarterback ready for the NFL game. And this has always been the issue with Dillon Gabriel, right? At least when he's been in this draft process, no one thought it was, he doesn't know the game. He can't read it. It's that he's 5'11".
Yes.
Is his combine measurement, 205.
There's a video of a guy saying he's shorter than me.
Right. Yes. Right. Yeah. I heard that was so funny when he did that, too. It's like a producer up there. Also, this is concerning. The vast majority of his 2024 targets were inside of 10 yards, including 25% of his throws last year in college were behind the line of scrimmage. Now, I understand a Kevin Stefanski offense also seems to put some priority on being able to do that, but it's the NFL. if you're a defensive back and you know this dude can't really beat guys over the top, does that help you out at all, Tyvis, when you're going up against him?
Yeah, I would flat foot everything. I wouldn't even come out my back pedal. I just stand right there and get ready to break. But I think for him, Dillon Gabriel, you know, he reminds me a little bit of like Bo Nix because he played a ton of college ball, played for different universities. So the reason he's able to pick up a playbook so fast is because he's been in 3 different offensive systems. You know, he went to UCF, Oklahoma, and then Oregon. That's 3 different offenses that he was able to pick up and go out there and execute at a high level. The only issue with Dillon Gabriel has always been his height. If Dillon Gabriel was 6'2", 6'3", he'd probably be a first-round draft pick. As far as, you know, him being a star, I mean, that's their guy. This is the guy that they wanted. Like it or not, they chose to skip out on all the other quarterbacks. They had the number 2 pick in the draft, and they traded it away. And even at the number 5 spot, you still had access to every quarterback outside of Cam Ward, but you chose Dillon Gabriel as your guy. You said, oh, he's going to be there in the 3rd round. Great. And you took him a round or 2 early because some people had him projected 4th or 5th round. You took him in the 3rd. So, therefore, you really liked this guy, and then he must have checked all the boxes that you wanted. You have to find a way to overcome the height thing. And you've had that experience because Baker Mayfield's only 6 feet. If this guy is 5'11" and Baker's only 6 feet, you've already dealt with that before. So you know how to move the pocket and all those things. So I think that for him, he's a guy to me that I feel like they look at him as a safe pick. Like he was safe. Like at the end of the day, he's going to know our offense. He's going to know where to go with the football, and he's going to be able to execute our offense the way we want it.
Yeah. I don't think you're wrong there. I'm just like, I know it's a scouting report. I know, like, I watched him play a lot of college football too. The thing that has struck me when I watched him, and then you read the scouting report, and that's also what NFL scouts say about him, is he has trouble getting the ball into tight windows. Mm-hmm. He has very limited areas where you know he's going to be effective. Anything beyond 10, 15 yards outside of the line of scrimmage, it's a crapshoot with him. And if you're trying to throw to the outside receiver in an NFL game, that throw is like a bedrock of being able to make a passing offense work. And I think he's going to struggle to do that. So that's where I feel like, yeah, I mean, I think he can run an offense effectively, but I also think what's the knock on Joe Flacco? He's going to turn the ball over. Like, he'll run the offense pretty well, and then he'll have a game where he just blows up. Don't you feel like Dillon Gabriel could absolutely have that same thing where he can run the offense pretty well, and then he's going to have a couple bad picks where you're just like, well, he was late. Or he threw it as hard as he could and it just didn't get there or it gets knocked down at the line of scrimmage. How many times we see that with Baker where you're like, man, if he didn't have 5 balls batted down, he might have had a pretty good day, but that kind of slowed a drive down and then they got behind the 8 ball. I don't know what anybody thinks about this Browns season. I'm telling you right now. I don't believe
7-10. I used to say 8 and 9.
Oh, it's
now
sure.
with Quinshawn's situation, 7-10.
Sure. I don't think any of these quarterbacks are real answers. I think Dillon Gabriel could be like a solid backup for somebody because he could come in for, and read the field and
maybe that's why they took him. So they just drafted their backup.
Maybe that's it. But what I'm just pointing to is like, I don't. If he is your answer at starter, I'm not convinced this is going to be. I don't think any of these guys are answers. Is what I'm saying. I don't think Joe Flacco's an answer. He's a Band-Aid. He's a very successful Band-Aid.
You
and I think
believe in Kenneth Pickett?
No. Tiny hands? No. It's cold here, right? You have to throw the ball in the winter, just like you did in Pittsburgh and Philadelphia. How'd that work?
You know it's going to be funny.
They didn't rely on him.
What would be wild is if he actually got out there and was slinging the peel. I feel like, yeah, y'all was all wrong.
Please, any of these guys, please prove me wrong. I hope I am wrong about Dillon Gabriel being like from the neck up the greatest quarterback of all time, but then it comes to the rest of him and it's like, well, he's tiny and is going to get hit a lot. And I mean, he's got escapability, so maybe he won't get hit as much, but I just feel like you're not looking at anybody. And then Shedeur Sanders is the wild card of wild cards where he looked great in college at times, but they don't seem to believe in him at all. Unless they've changed something internally, like where they're giving him more reps.
Well, everybody keeps breaking up the playbook thing. They keep talking about, Colorado didn't get him prepared right. And then you start thinking you pair that up with, his Buffalo Bills interview, meeting where it was he didn't know the terminology and all those things. My thing with that all is whether I don't know if that's true or not. I know a lot of people have reported that. I don't think nobody truly has the correct answer on it. But let's say that is true, okay? At the end of the day, when we press play, it's always Shedeur making these great throws, making these great plays in practice. And my thing is, if that quarterback is that good and he's being able to do that. Now, granted, let's call everything. Let me just make sure everything is even. It is against the twos or the threes.
Sure.
And some of them threes probably won't even be on the roster after August 31st. So let's just call that. We got to be fair about that. Secondly, if he's able to, I just needed to see the ability. He has the ability. He's showing you the playmaking. If he struggles to get calls in the huddle or whatever the case may be, there is this crazy thing that they've been using, that quarterback use. It's called a wristband that has these plays right on it, know? And you can just say, play 22.
Right.
And he can look right at his wrist and go, eye right, wiggle, Zen motion. Like, you can do all that. Just read the play and go out there and execute it.
What was that one? What is that play?
What is Zen eye right? Eye, you're in the I formation, right, tight ends to the right. Zen motion means the Z is going to come in motion. And then whatever. You got to call like X post Z over, like something like that.
I've been watching quarterbacks. I think I've got it all. I think I could go out there and do it now. They're calling me the Dylan Gabriel of radio hosts. That's what they're saying.
But so my thing with him is the joint practices will be the big tell for all these quarterbacks. Whatever the reporters you hear out of those reports, out of those joint practices will be the ones that I'm going to kind of cling to the most. Preseason games, they're so vanilla on the game plan. Like, it's
hard to say.
What
I know is, there's no answers for me in that quarterback room right now.
This might be very anecdotal, but Dylan Gabriel looked okay throwing outside of the numbers the first time they played Ohio State.
Why would you do that?
What was the problem there? Was the defense? The defense scheme was too simple.
Do you know where you at?
That's not happening in the NFL.
I'm just saying, there's people listening that remember that. They're like,
I remember it too.
Dylan Gabriel was throwing the ball downfield against Ohio State.
What you talking about is irrelevant.
That is no. I think that is exactly why he'll be a great backup, because for a game or two where they're like, whoa, hey, we didn't know he could do that. Then they have film. They play like in the NFL. They played twice. How'd that second matchup go? Right? Like, and obviously, to be fair to him, before he even really got to do anything with the ball, the Buckeyes were out in front because their offense was just flying. But I still think that's the issue for him, is when teams get a second, third look at him over a couple years, it's not going to be great. I don't think he's the guy. And I don't believe in any of these guys in Cleveland, to be fair. I'm not picking anyone over him. I'm just saying I don't see any answers there. Jerry Jones apparently wants to piss off his best player and tried to do so yesterday. We'll talk about it next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good morning. Well, we are noticing a new crash out on the roads. This one happening a little bit closer to the downtown scene, just north of Fort Hayes Park. You can see 670 eastbound right at 71 South, that intersection. Expect some lane closures out there because of a crash. Thankfully, drive time's still looking pretty good, just a little bit slower than usual for your Tuesday commute. I'm 10 TV's Brina Albizu with your fan traffic.
It's Leslie from Pella Columbus.
I'm Wilson from that other window place. Leslie, what's that hot lamp against your window for?
Pella windows are tested up to 160 degrees, Wilson, to ensure efficiency and the lowest energy bills possible, even in the craziest of temperatures. Put your hand on there.
All right. God, that's hot.
On the window, Wilson.
Oh, hey, that is quite nice and cool. So I'm going to go grab some ice now.
Get the window that Columbus homeowners rated #1 for innovation at PellaColumbus.com.
Hey guys, Anthony Rothman here. Are you constantly feeling tired? Really can't focus? You don't have the energy to get off the couch? That is not living. That's existing. It affects all aspects of your life, your relationships, your job. Now picture this. Get your life back with testosterone therapy by Low T Center. There's never been a better time to find out your T level. Just visit Low T Center to take the test. It's fast. Results are available in about 15 minutes. And right now, the test is still free, but time is running out. Get in now before you miss the chance. Most major insurance is accepted, so treatment costs are minimal. Low T Center gives you the power to take control of your health. With their custom dose TRT, you'll have the freedom to choose between white glove, in-center care, or medically monitored treatment with testosterone delivered to your home. Tell your friends to get started on TRT, and you'll receive a $250 credit when you and your referral become patients. Visit FixMyLowT.com. That's FixMyLowT.com.
This is This Date in Reds Baseball with team historian Greg Rhodes.
This date, this July 22nd, back in 1906, the Reds played a most unusual game against the Phillies in Cincinnati. The Reds won 10-3, nothing unusual about that. But the oddity was that the Reds did not record a single ground ball out in the game. There was not one Philly retired on a ground ball. There were 18 batters put out on fly balls, 2 strikeouts, and one player was doubled off second by the Reds shortstop, who caught a line drive and then stepped on second. The Phillies did hit a couple of grounders, but both went for hits, but not one ground out in the entire game. Such an unusual event this July 22nd, 1906, this date in Reds baseball.
This Date in Reds Baseball is brought to you by the Cincinnati Reds Hall of Fame and Museum, presented by Dinsmore. Celebrating greatness, preserving history, providing inspiration.
Get cash for clunkers during the Honda Summer Event at Lindsay Honda.
Listen up, Columbus. Cash for clunkers is big money towards your next ride.
Up to $3,500 minimum for your trade.
Use it for the down payment, negative equity, or keep the cash.
Lease a new 2025 HRV two-wheel drive LX or 2026 Civic four-door LX for just $299 a month. Zero cash down. Just bring us your clunker. Shop Lindsay Honda, the big Honda store now. For details, visit lindsayhonda.com. The Fan is the official station of summertime. Sipping on a lemonade, the smell of fresh-cut grass in the air, and Common Man playing fart noises on the radio.
Was that a fart?
Ah, summer. The Fan, Ohio's summer destination.
Texting enrolls you into recurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Hey, Dan, haven't seen you around the gym for a while.
Yeah, I've really fallen off. Since I turned 40, I just don't get the results I used to get.
Could it be lower testosterone?
Lower T.
Happens to most guys after 40. I was in the same boat until I started using Nugenix Total T2.
Total T2, the new one I've seen on TV.
Yep, it's the next generation testosterone booster for both free and total testosterone. It's packed with even more man-boosting power, sending nitric oxide levels skyrocketing in just 3 hours.
It actually works?
I feel like I'm in my 20s again. I've got more energy, better results in the gym, and things are even better in the bedroom. Send them a text and get a complimentary bottle.
Text now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T2, the #1 testosterone brand at GNC. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, absolutely free. Text CASH to 231231. CASH to 231231. CASH to 231231.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
All your favorite fan shows are available when you want them.
Head to 971thefan.com and hit that subscribe button.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination. Tyvis played in some of the biggest stadiums in the world. T-Bone has eaten some of the biggest pizzas in the world. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
Tweet the program at Bone and Tyvis 971, or go to the YouTube channel. Just search 971 The Fan in YouTube and then click on T-Bone and Tyvis. You'll be right there. Jerry Jones was also at a podium yesterday talking about, I don't know, deciding to take shots at his best players. Here's what he said about, he's getting questions about signing Micah Parsons, who is, of course, their stud defensive end, who is not currently getting the deal that he wants. So here's Jerry Jones talking about, doesn't matter if we sign him because we may not even have him anyway.
Just because we sign him doesn't mean we're going to have him. He was hurt 6 games last year. Seriously. We've signed, I remember signing a player for the highest paid at the position in the league, and he got knocked out 2/3 of the year, Dak Prescott. So there's a lot of things you can think about when you, just as the player does, when you're thinking about committing and guaranteeing money.
Okay, so that appeared to be a shot at Micah Parsons getting injured and Dak Prescott getting injured.
Dak caught a stray. He caught a stray. He ain't even got nothing to do with this.
But to fact check, he only missed 4 games.
Right.
He missed 6 games.
But I love how he says it. It was like, seriously, I don't know if you all know that. It's like, I think they know. They're Cowboys beat reporters. They know who missed time, and they actually know it better than you do, apparently, because they probably would have, they were the ones that caught it, that, no, it wasn't 6, it was 4.
And then he brings up, we paid Dak, and that's Micah's point. Well, he missed more time than me, and you paid him.
Right. And speaking of, here's Jerry Jones talking about the risks you take when you sign a player. This is sit down, because I don't know if you've ever thought about what Jerry Jones is about to lay out for you here.
The other thing I would say is contracts are 4 or 5 years. Okay? There's a lot of water under the bridge if you step out there and do something in the first 2 or 3. You can get hit by a car. Seriously. And so there's a lot to look at over a lot of years that could make a big difference. Have you ever heard of any clubs committing to players and then they didn't pan out after they committed to them? We have.
Okay. So Jerry Jones's logic for why we're not going to sign our stud player. And again, I'm not saying you have to sign these guys, but
my goodness, this man's hilarious.
His logic is, well, sometimes you sign players and they don't pan out. Yeah, welcome to pro sports. That's a thing you engage in because you own a pro sports team. That's the risk you took. But also, you could get hit by a car and then all this is moot. And it's like, what?
Okay.
Well, then by that point, no one should buy season tickets to the Cowboys games because they could also get out of their house, get hit by a car, and then why risk it, right? Don't even buy season tickets. Don't buy a jersey because you never know. It might catch on fire. Like, what are we talking about? These are dumb arguments made by an idiot who apparently is one of the most powerful owners in the NFL.
It sounds like Jerry Jones wants he's going to be that owner that gives out 2-year deals but maximizes the 2-year deals. So what's the highest paid right now? $45 million?
Yeah, I think so.
So he will give out $46 million for 2 years. So what's that? A total of $92 million? Yeah. He'll pay a player 2 years, $92 million deals, just so if it don't work out, he can get out of it after 2 years.
I just want to point out.
And then guess what? When they renegotiate, another 2 years, $50 million this time, $100 million like that. So, but if he just signed them for a long period of time, that contract could be the money goes up every year, so it wouldn't be as impactful as it is if you just do those short-term deals. But he got money, so he ain't tripping, I guess. So there it is.
Yeah, but this is the thing, right? It costs because the money's not unlimited. It's not like Major League Baseball. It would be one thing if he's like, I don't know about paying these guys, and then he ends up doing it, and it costs more down the road, but it's just his money that is being messed up. You have a salary cap. And every time you push the can down the road a little bit further and say, well, I don't know if I'm ready to do it yet, then you end up having to pay more, like you said, to make up for it, even if it is over 2 years. And then suddenly you go, well, we don't have any money to sign all these other players that we need to sign. And your team isn't good. And that might explain why this team has never really gotten over the hump since Jimmy Johnson left. And I know they had the 1 year with Barry Switzer, but that was Jimmy Johnson's team. Ever since basically Jerry Jones has been in charge of building the roster, go figure, it's sucked. Or it's been, at best, a borderline playoff team that gets in and then loses in the first round. So I'm not shocked that this is happening. I am a little surprised that his logic is, I don't know about taking all these risks, when it's like, you were an oil man. That's literally your business that you made all your money in, was putting oil wells in the ground and hoping they hit. That's the riskiest business you can do. And that's the guy who's like, I don't know, Dak Prescott and Micah Parsons, I don't know if they're worth it. They get hit by a car. It's like, when did his brain turn to pudding? Apparently he and Mike Brown are on the same pudding brain plan right now where it's just all tapioca up there. I don't know how they are functioning as owners. If this is the brain that we've got, that's got to be the most worrying thing as a Cowboys fan you've ever heard.
They better hit on their draft picks, is what I'm going to tell you. Because when it comes time to pay somebody, they're going to be doing some short-term deals, but with higher money value to it, if the way he's talking. So if that's the case, you ain't going to have a lot of money to spread around. So you better make sure the rookie contracts that you all have, make sure you hit on those picks.
J.J. Watt said, anytime you can publicly take a dig at your star quarterback and your star pass rusher simultaneously right before the season begins, you just got to do it. Micah Parsons then reposted that.
Oh, man.
So... Good stuff, Jerry. Way to go. If I'm a Cowboys fan, honestly, at this point, I'm just like, why even care? Like, I talk with Bodie about it, talk with Panama Ted about it. Why even give two craps about this team? Because the owner is obviously he's making no sense. He doesn't know what he's doing. And that's the reason you're going to keep losing until he figures it out. Big Ten Media does not believe in the Buckeyes. We'll discuss it next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
More drivers out on the roads, which definitely means more traffic, especially for folks over on the east side. One of the congested areas is 70, just east of Bryce Road. Noticing some slowdowns out there, oranges, yellows, and even reds with our time saver traffic map. Again, just indicating more people on the roads. Thankfully, no other problems to indicate there. Same situation for folks over on the west side. Good morning to you. If you are stepping out the door, of course, we got that ongoing construction just north of West Jefferson. So if you are taking 70 eastbound heading into the city, be mindful there with some slowdowns, looking at 50 miles per hour in certain sections for your drive times. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Fan traffic is sponsored by RCD RV Supercenter in Heath, Delaware, and Pataskala, or at rcdrv.com.
Call the folks at Buckeye, night or day.
My toilet's clogged, backed up too. The sink is running slow. Water's backed up everywhere. Oh, please don't overflow.
Clogged drain, no problem. It's 93 or free. I'll clear any drain or you don't pay with a 1-year guarantee.
It's 93 or free. Guaranteed.
Call 614-683-9911. Call the folks at Buckeye, night or day.
Your neighborhood Kroger Pharmacy is happy to welcome back Express Scripts Medicare D and TRICARE Department of Defense Plan members. It's easy to transfer prescriptions at Kroger.com/payer update. See your Kroger Pharmacy for details.
Lanny went to college and racked up huge debt.
A little bit over $100,000.
For a degree he couldn't use, now what?
I had a friend that went to my computer career.
They even helped him get hired immediately after graduation.
One of the things I love about IT is that you can work from anywhere you want.
You could become an IT pro in just months, including cybersecurity and the basics of AI with zero experience at mycomputercareer.edu. My Computer Career, an elite CompTIA certification partner.
It worked for me, and I know it can work for you.
This is one student's experience. Individual results vary.
Is that knee, hip, or shoulder pain not getting any better? Are you stuck in a cycle of steroid shots and now they're talking surgery? Before you go down that road, hit pause for a second. Hey, it's Tyvis Powell, and I want to tell you about something that helped a lot of people get their lives back without more meds and without going under the knife. It's QC Kinetics, leaders in regenerative medicine using treatments like advanced cellular therapy and the platelet-rich plasma, all designed to actually help your body heal itself. No masking the pain. This goes to the root of the problem. Their cellular treatment contains growth factors and healing properties to maximize your own body's ability to heal itself. And this is critical. 92% of patients report satisfaction with their results. Real results that let you move easier and live better. It doesn't cost anything for a second opinion. Learn more about something that could be life-changing. A licensed medical provider will go over your x-rays and MRIs and see if you're a good fit for these breakthrough treatments. Find out if you're a good candidate. The consultation is free. Go to qckinetics.com/Columbus or call 380-208-4544. 380-208-4544. That's 380-208-4544.
Skyline is introducing a new chicken chili. Come get that world-famous Skyline flavor you love with a new protein option. Try the new Skyline chicken chili on Waze, Coney's, and all your Skyline favorites. At Columbus Skyline locations only while supplies last.
Hey friends, Beamer here. Dropping just 25 pounds with Awaken 180 can actually give you 10 extra degrees of golf swing rotation. Now, I'm not Bryson, a mad scientist, but that sounds good. It's about a half a club longer, 6 to 10 extra yards every swing. But from personal experience, lose 75 pounds like me, and it's next level distance. Way better consistency, energy, and mood, especially on the back nine. Take strokes off your game by taking pounds off your frame with Awaken 180 degree weight loss. Online at awaken180weightloss.com.
Stepping into the Kia K4 or K5 isn't just getting behind the wheel of any average sedan. It's stepping into what's next. With a K4, it's a world that's exciting. With a K5, it's one that's bold. The Kia K4 and K5, the next movement for sedans. See your local Kia dealer or visit kia.com to learn more.
Kia, movement that inspires.
Lease a new 2025 K4 LXS for $219 a month for 24 months with $34.99 due at signing for well-qualified lessees.
Call 800-333-4KIA for details. Always drive safely. New 2025 K4 LXS 2.0 liter FWD IVP 24,165 MSRP. MSRP includes destination handling and excludes taxes, title, registration, license fees, options, and retailer charges. No security deposit required. Actual prices set by dealer and may vary. Purchase option at lease end at $17,157.15. Subject to credit approval by Kia Finance. Lessee is responsible for insurance, maintenance, repairs 20 cents per mile over 10,000 miles a year. Access wear and a termination fee of up to $400. Subject to dealer participation. Offers may not be combined except where specified. Must take delivery by 8/4/25. Limited inventory available.
Evan Cohen here. Whether you're locking in your home run picks or riding with your favorite golfers this summer, ESPN Bet is your sportsbook for all the action. Go from checking stats on your favorite teams and players to placing bets in just a few taps. Plus, new customers can get $100 in bonus bets when you make your first $10 wager. Download the ESPN Bet app and sign up with promo code USL to get started today. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
Adam Schefter here for Vivid Seats, your ultimate destination for all your sports and concert needs this summer. With a game-changing rewards program and an unbeatable selection of tickets, they make it easy for every fan to watch their favorite teams and players in action. Catch every home run and thrilling comeback in person from your favorite seat. Plus, every ticket is backed by a 100% buyer guarantee, giving you peace of mind with every purchase. Visit VividSeats.com or download the app today. Vivid Seats, the official ticketing partner of ESPN.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus. The Fan. Sports Center.
Good morning, I'm Dylan Gonzalez. The Cleveland Guardians beat the Orioles yesterday 10-5 after Tanner Bybee gave up 3 runs in the top of the first inning. Jose Ramirez tied it up in the bottom half of the frame with a 3-run bomb. Bybee settled in after that, giving up just 3 earned runs in 7 innings pitched. Cleveland went up for good after a Kyle Manzardo home run in the 6th. The Guardians have now won 9 of their last 11. The Cincinnati Reds, on the other hand, lost their second straight game last night 10-8 to the Washington Nationals. The Reds tried to mount a comeback, but were never really in it after falling behind 4 runs in the first inning. The Reds will play the Nats again today. You can catch that game on ESPN Columbus. Coverage starts at 6:15 from Washington, D.C. This update was sponsored by RCD RV Supercenter. Visit them in Heath, Delaware, and Pataskala or at rcdrv.com.
2 men who both know the value of a good hat.
Your balls!
This is Bone and Tyvis.
A few things of note this morning as you're making your way in, whatever you're doing this morning. Thanks for joining us. Later today, 3:45 p.m. on Common Man and Timmy, you will hear from Ryan Day. Press conference live from Vegas. Big Ten Media Days underway. So you will hear from Coach Day, giving you some insights into what to expect this season. That'll all be at 3:45 on Common Man and Timmy, or thereabouts, whenever he gets on the podium. So you've got that coming up. We will have all that audio for you tomorrow morning here on the, more on our show, and all throughout the day. We'll have all that audio from Big Ten Media Days as that gets underway. Tyvis, we learned earlier in the show, is mad he never got to go to Big Ten Media Day. Still bitter about that.
Yes, I am.
Because you should have been one of the guys that got to speak for Ohio State.
I feel like I could have been a decent spokesperson.
We also learned in Morning Wood that apparently people disagree with my take. Dylan does not, producer Dylan, that Superman is the worst superhero of all time.
He's a bum with no depth.
Sheesh.
What is there to like about him? If you like him, you're just a simpleton. You just like simple things. Invincible superhero with no personality. Great.
No personality is true. 100% right.
I do want to say, a little breaking that, the Bengals report to camp today.
Breaking news? What do we have?
I mean, it ain't breaking news, but Hendrickson is not reporting, and he keeps saying that he is not.
Hang on. Everybody sit down. Why did you do that without the music? All right. No Trey Hendrickson so far.
He said he is not playing under this contract.
Yeah. Okay.
And he is dug in and sticking to his word. He then posted that he was in Florida.
Oh, all right.
On his Instagram.
Good for him.
There you go.
I know the other day we were saying that his salary was $18 million. It's actually, if we want to get really specific, $15.8 million.
There you go. Yeah, he is looking for well north of that. And you know what? I actually have to correct something because I had an email yesterday on the show, and I'm stupid. I forgot to bring the email in and remember who it was. But whoever sent me this email was spot on. They said, yesterday during the show, we got to talking. And I said something almost as crazy as Superman sucks. And I said that I thought I would take Trey Hendrickson over TJ Watt. And I realized as we were talking after we got out of that segment, I'm like, I don't know that I would actually take Trey Hendrickson over TJ Watt.
Oh,
Trey Hendrickson had better sack numbers.
Okay.
Which is true. Mm-hmm. He's in the category of a TJ Watt. I do think he's severely underrated. But I should acknowledge that TJ Watt is a probably overall better player who does a lot of other things.
Somebody emailed you to tell you this?
Well, they emailed me and said, "Were you serious with this?" And I kind of had a chance to chew on it. And I said, "No, I don't think I was. I think I got caught." I'm just saying, I'm not going to be Colin Cowherd up here who's like, "No, let me defend it." No, actually, you know what? I thought about it and I was wrong. But that doesn't mean Trey Hendrickson shouldn't get paid. And that doesn't mean the Bengals aren't also being stupid with him. It does mean TJ Watt is a slightly better player. Well, but the fact that we treat TJ Watt like, he's this young guy with 7 or 8 years left on his, and Trey Hendrickson is barely alive. And it's like, Trey Hendrickson is a month younger than TJ Watt. That was kind of where the discussion went, and I got off the rails.
Yeah, like Tyvis asked me as well, would I make a trade for Trey Hendrickson for TJ Watt? And I also said no, but mainly to the point that I think they're in the same tier. It's not like it's not a no-brainer to me. Like
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
No, I don't.
You are conning yourselves if y'all sit there and say it's not a no-brainer to trade Trey Hendrickson for TJ Watt. Everybody and their mother would take that deal 1,000% of the time. I don't know why y'all sit here lying to y'all.
One is because I think now I know it's not quarterback, but it's like Trey Hendrickson's been there. He understands like what they want to do. Granted, I guess they have a new defensive coordinator, so it's kind of a moot point. But typically, I'm saying, if you have two players who are relatively close, but one of them's been with the organization, one of them's not, I'm going to lean to stay with that guy. But to your point, just straight up, who's a better player? Yeah, you're not wrong that TJ Watt's the better player. I'm just saying I don't think it's as far away as some people treat it. And I definitely think Trey Hendrickson's got every right to say, I should be if you're paying all these other dudes, you should be. Do you want any defense on this team, or you just want to try to lose every game again by a touchdown after you put up 35 points? Because that's what you're headed for. You don't fix this defense.
Oh, yeah. Y'all kind of yourselves. I'm sitting here looking at the numbers. Yeah, y'all kind of yourselves.
But as a pass rusher getting after the quarterback, the last 2 seasons, he had better numbers than TJ Watt.
No, not the
as
last
far
2.
as sacks.
Just last.
No, combine them. Add up the numbers. He has more sacks the last 2 years than TJ Watt did.
He got 35. TJ Watt has 30 and a half.
Yeah. So that's...
But
it's more.
21, that man almost broke the record.
I got it.
And a half.
Well, he didn't have someone laying down for him like Brett Favre. So if he would have been there, maybe that could have helped. All right, Big Ten media doesn't believe in the Buckeyes. It's kind of I'm kind of half joking with this. They didn't pick the Buckeyes first overall in their Big Ten preseason media poll. They picked Penn State, 35 first place votes. Ohio State got 18 first place. They are voted second. Oregon had 1 first place vote. They are third. Illinois, Brett Bielema. Either he's got everybody conned or this is a playoff team. It's one of the two. But Brett Bielema has his team 4th right now in those preseason polls for the Big Ten Media Day. Michigan 5, Indiana 6. Kurt Cignetti, maybe going to use that as motivation. I don't know. He seems to be a guy who reads all the clippings and likes to take it personally.
Well, they got the quarterback down. I like Fernando Mendoza. I think he's a really good player.
They have UCA. Them two. USC at 7, Nebraska 8. That seems high. Iowa at 9, Washington 10. I won't give you the rest of them, but Purdue is dead last, just in case you were wondering.
Of course they are.
I also saw Joel Klatt talking, who I know, Dylan, that's your guy, Joel Klatt. I
call him my college football analyst Jesus.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
That is the praise I give him.
That's amazing when Tim Tebow's sitting right there, where like some people believe he may be like the second coming. I don't know. But Joel Klatt said he's not sure, but Wisconsin may win 3 games this year because
Joel Klatt said that?
Joel Klatt said he thinks Wisconsin may only win 3 games. Now, if you're not familiar with Wisconsin's schedule, it is outside of the vaunted SEC schedules, it is believed to be one of the toughest schedules on paper going into the season. Would you like to know the schedule for Michigan or for Wisconsin?
Look at you.
Yeah. Miami of Ohio, they start off with at Wisconsin. That's a loss for Wisconsin. Redhawks going to get it done. No, I think Wisconsin wins that game.
You out of your mind.
Middle Tennessee at home for Wisconsin. They probably win that, start 2-0. Then they go to Alabama. Probably a loss. Maryland at home. I don't know. Toss up, I would think. Wisconsin, maybe, if they're good. Then they go to Michigan. Play Iowa at home. They play Ohio State at home. They play Oregon on the road. They play Washington at home. They play Indiana on the road. They play Illinois at home. And they finish with Minnesota on the road. So
I got at least 5.
I mean, they're not. If
still bad.
It's good. Like that still probably gets Luke Fickell. That probably gets him fired.
I don't know. Just hearing just 3, it's disrespectful. 1, 2.
Maybe
3.
he meant 3 Big Ten games because that I could see. right? I could see them being in like the Maryland game. I could see them being in the Minnesota game. And then there's probably one of those other ones they're in. But
at a minimum, I got 5 wins on this schedule.
Okay.
Minimum.
Just selling Middle Tennessee short.
Miami of Ohio, Middle Tennessee, Maryland, Washington, Minnesota. They should win those games.
On the road against Minnesota in the rivalry game.
They should win.
Minnesota's like your second team, Tyvis.
No, don't try to play with me.
No. His second team is Michigan State. That's his favorite team.
I thought it was Virginia
Tech. Don't compare me. Y'all, stop playing. Y'all need to stop playing. Can't stand them. I guess I can't stand Michigan State.
I know.
I hope they go 0-12.
I learning that about you. I know why, because they obviously beat the Buckeyes when you were playing there. But learning that you hate them almost as much, if not more, than the team up north is the part that I didn't understand.
The worst part is when I check my Big Ten tailgate schedule when they on there and I got to go up there and I got to smile in their faces.
Oh,
makes me sick.
You got to sit there and dance around with the Spartan mascot.
Sick. The only person I got respect for is Tom Izzo. That's it.
Hey, that's fine. I agree with that sentiment. He's a great coach, even if he does a little bit of the thing where he's like, you guys don't understand how great Chris Holtmann is. And it's like, no, I think we got it. I think we clocked that one pretty well. And then he'll do the same thing with Jake Dealer, like, you don't understand how great. And it's like, how about you're great? And how about you leave all the other coaches to us? We'll figure out how good they are. I saw something that made me question everything I know, and it involves showering. We're going to talk about that next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Well, we are closely monitoring a crash for folks by Upper Arlington and Grandview this morning. 315 northbound, just past King Avenue. We are noticing a right shoulder blocked out there because of a crash. Thankfully, police are still on scene, but it's not causing any slowdowns. A couple first responders left as well, so it looks like crews are cleaning up the situation pretty quickly. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Men, summertime is here, and that means vacations, summer barbecues, outdoor parties, camping, beaches, and so much more. This is Jeff for Tri-State Men's Health, and if you're like many men, you may not be feeling like yourself this summer. Perhaps your energy is low and you aren't sleeping well. Maybe your workouts aren't as good as they used to be, and if what I'm describing is you, it's very likely you're suffering with low testosterone. But low T doesn't have to affect you anymore. Just call Tri-State Men's Health, get treated, and see how it changes your life. If you're like most men, you'll feel so much better. Deeper sleep, improved vitality and clarity, greater strength and energy, and an enhanced sex drive as well. So call us. Just $99 gets you a PSA and T-test and a medical consult. And if you start on testosterone the day of your appointment, your visit is free. Call 800-900-9654. That's 800-900-9654. Or go to tristatemenshealth.com. We have 6 offices across the tri-state area to serve you.
This radio commercial was made to convince you to stop speeding. We can't use law enforcement siren sound effects on the radio, so we'll use other equally jarring sound effects to get your attention, like telling you if you get a speeding ticket, it doesn't end there. You have to pay expensive fines. You can't go to your friend's wedding because that also costs money. And your insurance rates could increase. See? We didn't have to use law enforcement sirens after all. Getting a speeding ticket has consequences. Sooner or later, speeding catches up with you. Brought to you by NHTSA.
Irish Adventure awaits at the Dublin Irish Festival August 1st through 3rd in Dublin, Ohio. Voted 2025 USA Today Best Cultural Festival in the nation. This year promises 3 incredible days of Irish music, dance, food, and fun. Enjoy unique Irish experiences as you explore one of the top festivals in the US. Drawing over 90,000 guests to Dublin, Ohio each year. Get your tickets at dublinirishfestival.org.
At Planet Fitness, we're declaring it. This is the year of getting stronger, and you can get started now by saving when you join today. We have all the best-in-class equipment you could ever need, and you can work out your way on your time at any convenient location near you. Most open 24 hours. So let's do this. Join Planet Fitness today and save. Just $1 down, $15 a month.
Offer ends July 31st.
See Home Club for details.
Got one of those days that never stops? Try a stop at Speedway. Refresh your fuel tank, refresh your U-tank with 69-cent large Big Gulp drinks. And refresh the vibe for any drive. Refresh at Speedway with 69-cent large Big Gulp drinks with speedy rewards and try exclusive Mountain Dew Infinite Swirl flavor for a limited time only. The convenience stores of Speedway. Valid through 8/26/25. See app for full terms.
Morning Juice is live on YouTube. Weekday mornings starting at 6. Or on demand whenever you want it. Yeah, whenever. Bobby Carpenter's at your beck and call. And Tito's there too, to clean the toilets. Head to YouTube and subscribe today.
More than 6 million Americans are living with Alzheimer's disease, and 2/3 are women. Hi, I'm Cherise Sample Hughes, Chair for Women in Government. Alzheimer's disease progresses slowly over 10 to 20 years in stages. Recognizing symptoms early could help make a difference. A timely diagnosis may allow for more options, including access to emerging care. Speak with your doctor to see if testing is the right next step for you and your family. Find more information at womeningovernment.org.
AmeriHealth Caritas Ohio is your Medicaid plan for more benefits, more rewards. We know that good health means more than just seeing a doctor when you're sick. Eligible members can receive extras like home-delivered meals and family essentials, like baby carriers and kids' school supplies. Members can even earn rewards for playing mobile health trivia games. Learn more at AmeriHealthCaritasoh.com and call the Ohio Medicaid Consumer Hotline at 1-800-324-8680 to choose AmeriHealth Caritas Ohio.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
We'll have a pretty lovely start to your day with our wake-up temperatures in the upper 50s to low 60s and clear skies. Then this afternoon, the humidity stays low as the temperature climbs into the upper 80s with lots of sunshine. For tonight, we'll see mostly clear skies and lows down into the 60s. For the Fan, I'm meteorologist Meredith Garfalo with your 10 Weather Impact Forecast.
T-Bone and Tyvis is sponsored by Prime Sports. Download the Prime Sports Ohio app today or visit online at primesportsbook.com.
Tyvis is drinking a protein shake for breakfast. T-Bone is eating a protein donut, minus the protein. And it's more than one donut. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
I almost brought in a protein brownie today for Tyvis. I stopped at the gas station. I saw a protein brownie, and then I tried to scan it, and it wouldn't scan. But if it had scanned, I would have. I didn't bug anybody about it. I just put it back. But
that's when you just steal it. That's on that.
Oh yeah.
What's wrong with you?
That's right, Dylan.
You are out of your mind.
Public service from our guy Dylan Gonzalez / Dylan Gabriel.
If it don't scan, that means it's free.
That's right.
That's right.
That's exactly right. So I saw something over the weekend. I tweeted about it because I didn't understand it. This is from the FanDuel Twitter account. They said, be honest, over or under 3.5 showers per week
in the summer.
Okay.
I would love to meet somebody that has the under.
And admits it.
Actually, that's a lie. No, I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't.
Listen, I just want people to understand the fundamental, because you could say, well, they're just trying to clickbait and get rage clicks and people just mad. The whole idea of like when they do over-unders, when gambling websites do over-unders, they don't have like a stake in it. Well, they do, but the stake is they want it to be 50% of the money on one side and 50% of the money on the other side. Now, I realize this is not a real wager, but if we genuinely are looking at an over-under where we think 50% of people are on one side of it and the other, and you're telling me that 3.5 showers a week is a reasonable over-under?
Technically, it's 3 because there's no such thing as half a shower.
Right.
Well, I think they're basing it off of like that's basically a shower every other day. There's 7 days in the week, so 3.5.
Listen,
I think that's what the number is. The over could be very much juiced.
Yeah,
it should be.
If they were giving you like minus 6,000 on the over, then I guess that would make more sense. I hope that would give me some sanity. But like
3 showers in a week, I just
Then I read the replies.
Took one yesterday, it felt good.
Yeah, I take one every day. Like, what are we talking about?
I take one
Are we all
too.
taking a shower a day? Mostly? Like, is that am I Dylan? You're awfully quiet over there. You're taking a shower a day, right?
One of the replies I think you're talking about is mine that made you bring it up.
Wow.
I replied to you on Twitter and I said, I want to get the quote right. Hold on. I said, why are people taking double digits showers though?
Okay.
Depending on what you're doing throughout the week, 4 to 5 is a fine number by me, to be honest. I'm not saying that's what I'm doing, but I'm saying if someone's like, hey, I'm taking 4 to 5, I'm not an overly sweaty person. Like, I think I could hang out with you. I think I could be friends with you. If you're under that 3.5 number, I don't think you're someone that I want to be around, is what I'm saying. Okay. You need to at least be over 3.5 for me to want to be in your presence.
I understand the double digits.
No, I don't.
I'm gonna tell you why. When I was in college, I was a double digits guy. Why?
Well, you were practicing 2 times a day. My point
exactly.
That's what I said. Depending on what you're doing is what I said. If you work out every day, then you should probably shower every day. But if you're showering double-digit times a week, I think there's something else wrong with you. Like you're guilty about something psychologically, and you feel the need to shower. Like you're going to Coldplay concerts with your coworker or stuff like that. So you feel the need to shower because you're just disgusted with yourself. That's my point. If you're taking double-digit showers, for some reason you feel disgusted with yourself.
I want you to know, since you brought up the Coldplay, remember when I asked y'all about what y'all had hit send on that tweet, and both of y'all said absolutely.
Oh,
absolutely.
Y'all do know that has ruined his life.
No, it hasn't.
He ruined his life.
His life is ruined. He had to resign from his job, and all because y'all would hit send on something like that.
Nope.
All right. First of all, I bet Coldplay concert lovers, those two people, are taking under 3.5 showers a day. And here's why. because they had, up until that moment, to your point, they had no shame. And they're probably like, yeah, I smell great. I just work out a little bit, but that's nature's lubrication. We're good. I'm fine. It's just a little spritz on there. I'm good. I don't need a shower. And I bet you it's that level of arrogance that caused them to be so public with a relationship that should not have been public when those two were cheating on their spouses. My point is, I like it if people have enough shame to take 10 showers a week because they're saying, you know what? Something is wrong with me, because newsflash, there is. There's something wrong with all of us. And if you don't feel that shame a little bit, then that's where you end up with the astronomer CEO who's out there like, and then like running for the hills because you found out you're online. Because now your confidence level is so out there, you think you're never going to get caught.
But I'm willing to bet before they got into bed with their spouses who were asleep while they're at the Coldplay concert, what did they do? They took a shower because they were ashamed.
Maybe. Yes. That's the only shame they felt. That's the only shame they felt. The only shame they felt. That's right there. They started showering more. Yeah, I don't feel bad for people who make their own bed and lie in it.
Listen.
And that's you cheated on your family, you cheated on your spouse. Again, it's not illegal. You shouldn't go to jail for it. But this guy, the board of his company was like, yeah, we don't think you represent the values. And really what it is you got too much media attention on you.
I figured that's
how it goes.
Wouldn't they stock go up?
I don't know. I mean, it's got I now know what it is. Well, I don't. Right. Let me rephrase. I know that it exists now. I still don't really know what it is, right? Like I know
it's a startup company, wasn't it?
Of what? It's an
astronaut stuff.
No. It's called astronomer.
Oh, I don't know what it is. Then I don't know what it is.
It's right. From what I saw, they were like, we use AI to help companies connect their scheduling and logistics. And it's like, okay, I have no idea what you're talking about. So they do AI stuff. So one, he's not even doing real work. He's letting the computers do all the work. Two, he's apparently using the company dollar to go have nice tickets at a Coldplay concert. I don't feel bad for this man. I don't feel bad at all.
I do want to correct
this man.
I want to correct something. So I wasn't wrong. The woman involved, she did get divorced in 2022. I said that on Monday, but she's been remarried since, and her husband is a CEO in his own right, and is like the heir to this like multi-million-dollar rum company, and they just bought a house somewhere in New England for like $2 million earlier this year.
So she was married.
Yep,
again
to another rich man, probably a richer man, and he's the heir to the throne of this rum company.
And did you see the family, the wife and kids of the man?
Well, that's
in this
the part.
situation?
Now, I will say I have a problem there. Obviously, when you start putting out the photos of the family, it's like they don't need to be in this. Like you can just say he has a family.
To be honest with you, I saw it and said, "Well, why would you do that?"
Oh, was that they had the photo of the wife and they were saying, "Why would you cheat on her?"
Yeah,
that's again. fine, but still, she didn't do anything. She's just sitting there like, now I'm all over the internet because this, and I got to deal with this tragedy of my marriage falling apart, all that stuff.
Yep.
You know what, though?
Well, they never said they was getting a divorce.
And like the internet says,
we don't know what happened.
Like all the replies on X are saying, we don't even know if there's any infidelity. They were just holding each other at a Coldplay concert.
Saying,
what are we even saying?
I'm just saying.
Why are we mad?
I'm just saying. Like, we don't know what happened when the doors was closed. Like, it may never have got to that.
What man has never held another man's wife at a concert?
Right.
I mean, come on.
Sometimes, right? You know, sometimes you're just in the throes of just enjoying the concert, and you just said, I got to grab someone. Oh, look, this person from HR is next to me. There's no problems with that.
He just wanted her to know that she's in a sky full of stars.
I want to know what the conversation was when they got home.
They were asleep.
Oh, yeah, right. No, they're significant others.
You have to tell them before they check their phone. You have because they already got millions of messages.
I honestly don't think that those two knew to the next morning.
Oh, the
two
spouses?
Involved. Yeah, no, everyone involved, really. Like, you just go, they were like, oh, man, we're on the Jumbotron. That sucks, but there's only a few thousand people, tens of thousands of people there. Maybe no one we know or that would say anything saw it. And then when you wake up the next morning and you see that you're all over the internet, that's when you're like, oh, man, now I need to have a conversation with my spouse.
Yeah, I think the idea of having a private moment at a public space, that just needs to go away. Because people say that all the time where it's like, these two were just sharing a private moment. Sure, it was infidelity, but that's none of our business. Like, it's not a private moment if you're out in public. Like, I understand that it maybe shouldn't be that way, but are you aware everyone has a cell phone? Are you aware that cameras are everywhere now? Like,
just kissed
if
her.
you want to have a private moment, be in private. Like, don't be out in public and then be shocked that your private business got out in public. That's where I'm coming down on that.
Also, when you buy tickets to anything, when you read like the policies or whatnot, it says that you're subjected to the venue's cameras. They can share you if if they're making like a promotional video for a concert and you're like super pumped, they can just put you in a promotional video.
They can take your photo and put it up at come out to our concerts at Nationwide Arena. They can take a photo of you and put it on anything if they want to. Like, that's just how it goes.
You're subject to that when you buy a ticket.
Wasn't this a Modern Family thing where Phil, the husband, was out with Gloria, technically the mother-in-law, right?
Right.
And they're at a game. And they had the kiss cam that keep coming back onto them. And at some point, Sofia Vergara's character, she just goes, let's just get it over with. And she kisses him, and then it's on TV. And the moment is supposed to stay private in the arena. It's not supposed to make it on television. That's what these two are going through now.
It's like a what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas type thing. What happens in the arena at the Coldplay concert should stay there, according to them.
Tyvis, how do you think your wife would react if you're like, these cameras, it was a private moment. I don't know why this had to get out there. I don't know why this person had to hit send. It's really not my fault. It's the fault of the current age of technology.
If people just mind their business.
All right. Here's what I know. People need to shower more. Need to have more shame. And if you're, having an affair with the HR person at your office, maybe don't do it in a place where there's cameras everywhere so that they can't find you. How about that? And also maybe don't have that affair. Just a thought. HR person is the wildest part of all that too, because that's the one person you get in the most trouble with.
I just think it's wild that her husband is rich like that.
Well, she apparently has a thing for the C-suite. She's like, excuse me, what is your job? Oh, assistant manager? I'm sorry. You can keep that drink for yourself. Oh, this man over here has a CEO? Well, let me talk to you.
You only make six figures? Gross. Disgusting.
Get your money up, yeah. The number one pick is going to take the field a lot sooner than some people thought. We'll talk about it next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good morning. We are still watching this crash happening downtown. This is just south of Fort Hays Park, 670 eastbound at 71 southbound, that intersection. We are still noticing a median blocked out there, and drive time still pretty slow this morning, looking at 44 miles per hour in this area for your Tuesday commute. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic is sponsored by Victor's Home Solutions. Schedule your free 21-point roof and window inspection today at victors.com.
Texting enrolls you into recurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Hey, Dan, haven't seen you around the gym for a while.
Yeah, I've really fallen off. Since I turned 40, I just don't get the results I used to get.
Could it be lower testosterone?
Lower T.
Happens to most guys after 40. I was in the same boat until I started using Nugenix Total T2.
Total T2, the new one I've seen on TV.
Yep, it's the next generation testosterone booster for both free and total testosterone. It's packed with even more man-boosting power, sending nitric oxide levels skyrocketing in just 3 hours.
It actually works?
I feel like I'm in my 20s again. I've got more energy, better results in the gym, and things are even better in the bedroom. Send them a text and get a complimentary bottle.
Text now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T2, the #1 testosterone brand at GNC. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, absolutely free. Text CASH to 231231. CASH to 231231. CASH to 231231.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
For over 78 years, our family's been part of your love stories. At Diamond Seller, we offer bigger diamonds, better prices, and timeless designs for every chapter of your life. From your first yes to your forever I do, trust the jeweler who knows diamonds best. Visit Diamond Seller today.
The Columbus Zoo invites you to follow the footsteps and the tales of animals from around the world. Explore our newest region, North America Trek. So what are you waiting for? Get your tail to our trails only at your Columbus Zoo.
T-Bone and Tyvis is presented by Awaken 180 Weight Loss. Sign up today at awaken180weightloss.com.
All of the hair on their heads is slowly migrating to the lower part of their faces and cracking. This is T-Bone and Tyvis.
Warm weather is here. You obviously want to keep your house nice and cool. One way to help with that is by getting energy-efficient windows, because all that air conditioning you're pumping into your house, if it leaks out through your windows, that heat comes in from the outside, it's not good. It's going to raise your energy bills. So you got to get the best windows you can, and hopefully get the energy-efficient windows that will keep that energy in your house. That's why Window Nation has some of the best energy-efficient windows out there. They will help you replace your old, outdated windows with better windows that will keep your house cooler in the summer and warmer in the winter. That's what you want. Here's the good news, too. This month, you can get 50% off all of their window styles. That's right, 50% off all window styles from Window Nation. Plus, pay 0 interest for 5 years. No interest until 2030. 50% off all the windows. It's the time to do it. If you've been listening and wanted to make that call, now's the time. 866-90-NATION to get your windows done by Window Nation. 866-90-NATION or windownation.com. Schedule an appointment today. I see that Gino in the chat says, I work 4 hours. I work 4 days, and then 3 days I'm off every week. He said, I might miss a shower or 2 on my days off. I mean, I still don't understand not taking a shower every day. When you have a day off, Tyvis, you like to take a lot of vacation time. You take a shower, right? Even on your days off?
If I'm on a day off, then I'm really going to work out that day. But when am I off?
Yeah, so you're taking a shower regardless. If you're off, you're going to work out really hard. If you're not off, you're going to take a shower because you're going to work and you're going to be around people.
Correct.
Thank you, by the way. I just want to say, it's nice that I think we both agree on that. You should take a shower every day.
I thought this was a known thing.
I thought so too, but then I found out apparently people are taking I take a shower every 3 days. I also found out about the people.
Every 3 days?
Well, if you're going under 3.5 showers a week, how are you doing that?
What are you just sitting at the house?
I don't know. I mean, I guess even if you have a remote job, I'll say that during COVID, the showering amounts that I did went down a little bit.
You see?
But not below. No.
Dylan, don't do that.
They may have gone down from 8 or 9 showers a week down to 6 or 7. There might have been a weekend day or something where I just, forgot to, or because I was busy doing other stuff. But no, I think now coming here and then going and doing stuff, I'm probably taking at least 10 showers a week. Multiple days a week, I'm showering twice a day.
All I'm saying is that 5 to 6 a week, I think, is okay. It doesn't need to be every day.
I don't have a problem.
That's pretty much every day, though. If you do 6, well, why not do 7?
Or
just make it every day.
Maybe there's a week that you were sick for a couple of days and you were just at home and you skipped some showers.
Yes,
that brings the average down a little bit.
Yeah. What if you were racing in the Baja 1000 in Mexico and you were just out there in the desert for 3 days? You're right. There's days where you don't shower that are exceptions to the rule. But the rule is you shower every day. What are we talking about? feel like I'm going crazy.
Poor hygiene out there.
That's a fact. That's 100%. So bad news, I guess, for the Titans in a way. Good news in another way. If you were looking for a big quarterback battle with Will Levis and Cam Ward, well, that's not going to happen because Will Levis had to go get shoulder surgery. He injured his shoulder last season during the year and then tried to fight through it and tried to do different things in the offseason. He was trying to avoid the surgery and just have it be fixed by rest. I'm guessing that was partially motivated, too, by the fact that the Titans were going to pick Cam Ward, and he thought, I want to fight for the chance to show that I'm still the guy here. But that was a battle you weren't really going to win. You might have started the year out that way, but you had to know eventually he was probably going to become the starter one way or the other. Now, we're almost to training camp, and he says, yeah, I'm going to get that shoulder surgery, so he's out for the year.
That's not necessarily true. He could have went out there and won this job and played the whole year. Remember, Patrick Mahomes did not play his rookie season.
Right.
Granted, Alex Smith was the quarterback, and he was very much more productive than Will Levis would be, but I think Will Levis was always fighting the uphill battle because since he's been there, I think they've got a new GM and a new coach, which neither one of them, I think, selected him. So he wasn't their guy to begin with. So it was always going to be an uphill battle. And last year was off the rail. Remember some of them throws he made was just awful.
Yeah, terrible.
So he had an uphill battle to begin with anyways in that standpoint. This shoulder surgery, it should have been something that he probably should have done a long time ago to get ready for the season. But I get it. Guys don't want to do surgery. You want to usually surgery is like the last option. If you can naturally heal yourself, you want to do that. Because once you start going under that knife, certain things never are the same. So you never really want to cut into your body. But fortunately, this was one of those things that he had no choice.
I guess I also look at it as, I don't know what his contract situation is with, like, are there certain things where if you're on the roster and not like an injury thing, if you're still playing, maybe money gets guaranteed for another year. So maybe he, wanted to get past certain dates before he said, oh, never mind, now I'm having shoulder surgery. Maybe that would have made it easier to get rid of him. I don't know. But the reality is, if he gets this, when he's getting this surgery done, I don't think this is likely, but it's certainly possible. What if Cam Ward goes out and is very unimpressive this year? And then next year, Will Levis comes back, he's recovered from this, and he's looking great. Like, he may think in his head, I was going to push all the way I could through the offseason, see if I could, make some headway with this. Didn't work out. Now, though, he can go get ready for next year and maybe either land back with the Titans or somewhere else.
If he came back next year and he looked good, they trade him.
You're probably right. But I'm saying, what if Cam Ward had like a Bryce Young level rookie season?
They would still trade Will Levis.
You think so?
I would think so for sure, because he's a first pick of the draft. You have him under control for 5 years. He's one of those. And if you look at just certain rookies, a lot of rookies, and I felt like this with this entire draft class. I felt like none of these quarterbacks should be day one starters. None of them. I wouldn't have, first game, I wouldn't have started none of them, because I think that they all have things that they have to work through. And for Cam Ward, my thing with him was he was always holding the ball a little bit too long. He had the Caleb Williams syndrome where I know I can make this 5-yard hitch. I can throw that, but I don't really want that. I want something better. So I'm going to hold the ball, move around a little bit, and try to wait for something deeper down the field to get over. And then I'm going to let that one rip. And you can do that in college. Caleb Williams learned that's not necessarily going to happen in the NFL. And I kind of thought when I looked at Cam Ward, he had that same thing going on. So he's got to be coached he's got to learn how to play on schedule. It's got to be it's a time. You got 3 seconds to get rid of this football, and no matter what, you just got to take what the defense give you. And I'll be interested to see if he can do that for the Tennessee Titans this year.
Also, that means the Titans probably need a backup quarterback, I'm guessing, kind of immediately. You're going with an unproven rookie. You should probably have a steady backup quarterback.
They're going to take whoever the Browns cut.
I was just going to say, if I'm the Browns, I start putting everything out there like, we think we can carry 4 quarterbacks. And then you start calling the Titans up being like, who do you want? Like, make us an offer.
Let me see. Who is?
Because you're right. They will just pick up whoever gets cut from that Browns camp, 100%. There's no chance they're going to be able to do that trade. But in a perfect world, Browns could get something for that, but there's probably no chance they will.
Well, I don't know if Bo has changed his mindset on this, but he's convinced that they're carrying 4 until at least like a quarter of the way through the season, and I don't know how you can do that.
I mean, I don't.
Oh, you can do it by like eliminating. Instead of carrying 5 safeties, you carry 4.
Listen, you know how you can do it is if you're
instead of carrying 6 corners, you carry 5.
There's this other undercurrent of stuff which we're already talking about next year, but it is believed that Jimmy Haslam has his sights set on a guy who already wears orange in college.
Oh, my goodness.
Whose name is synonymous with a guy who was very good in Tennessee, where Jimmy Haslam is from. And that, of course, is Arch Manning. So I'm just saying, like, that could also be the scenario the Browns are looking at is, oh, yeah, we're really competing and, 4 quarterbacks. And, you know what, we're also cutting all the DBs. And who needs a running game? And then it's like, wow, look at that. They have the number 1 pick. Like, I mean, wouldn't put it past him. I wouldn't put it past Jimmy Haslam to suddenly decide he wants a quarterback and move heaven and earth, whichever, to get the quarterback he needs. I don't know. In Cleveland at this point, it's hard to say which it is. But, yeah, I'm just pointing out that, like, there's that chance, too, where we're hearing all this stuff. People are, well, who's going to play quarterback? And it may not matter because they just may be in full-on tank mode this year. That's at least a possibility.
Well, there's another franchise that's synonymous with the Manning name, and that's the New Orleans Saints that very much could be doing the same thing.
They just got Tyler Shough.
The Browns just drafted 2 quarterbacks. Who cares?
Yeah, who cares is right.
Well,
yeah, none of those teams spent a first-round pick on a quarterback.
I believe the Saints will probably be in more contention of that first pick of the draft.
I mean, I hope the Browns aren't, but if they're not,
well, the Browns is going 7-10 this year.
Okay, so what does that do for you? That you're not, then you're not a playoff team. And don't get me wrong, I have said I am skeptical of a lot of the quarterback talent in this upcoming college football draft, even though a lot of people seem to think this college football class is really good. I'm not feeling it yet. Maybe I'll have my mind change as I watch this season, but
I'm about to say I need to see this.
I'm not in full-on tank mode. I'm just pointing out in the NFL, it usually benefits you to be either really awful or really good, not in between.
I need to see the quarterbacks this year in college. Ask me this question in December.
I will make a bold prediction. Drew Aller, not going to be a guy you want. They'll convince themselves in the NFL he's good because of the measurables and the size, but it's the guy I believe in nothing from him. I don't believe he's a good quarterback. So that's the one I do have my doubts about, for sure. We'll come back with the buzzer next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good morning. We are still closely monitoring a couple of crashes out there. Still downtown, 670 eastbound, right at that 71 southbound intersection. A median is still blocked, looking at 39 miles per hour for your drive times as crews are still on scene, working to clean up the scene. And it's been this way for a little over an hour now. Same situation for folks over in Upper Arlington and Grandview Heights. 315 northbound, just past King Avenue. Still looking at a crash there. Right shoulder blocked. Thankfully, your drive times are a lot better over here, looking at 60 miles per hour. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Get Eco.
Hey, Aaron. Hey, Jerry. You know, as much as I enjoy being a professional inventor, a few of my dream inventions still elude me.
Oh, yeah? Like what?
Well, the bruiseless avocado.
Ooh.
The unlosable TV remote.
Could change the world.
And for you, Aaron, the uncloggable drain.
Get Eco.
Until you crack it, Jerry. You know our 93 or free drain clearing offer is the next best thing.
Okay. Explain yourself.
Get Eco.
Our drain team will clear your drain for just $93. If we can't clear it, it's free. And we guarantee it'll stay clear for at least a year, or we will clear it again for free.
Get Eco.
We'll even send our little robot camera down there to make sure you don't have a larger problem that could cause more trouble in the future.
Get Eco.
You think your guys could bring that robot over to my place and help me find that TV remote?
I think that's impossible even for us.
Get Eco.
Eco, plumbers, electricians, and HVAC technicians.
GetEco.com.
Call 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now, 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
Your neighborhood Kroger pharmacy is happy to welcome back Express Scripts Medicare D and TRICARE Department of Defense Plan members. It's easy to transfer prescriptions at Kroger.com/payer update. See your Kroger pharmacy for details.
Imagine what it would feel like getting tackled head-on by a 240-pound linebacker. You'd be in serious pain, right? But if you're unbuckled in a car crash, at just 50 miles an hour, you become a deadly projectile that can slam into other passengers with 8 times that amount of force. Don't let someone else take the hit. Buckle up and visit buckleup.ohio.gov to learn more. Brought to you by ODOT and ODPS.
The savings are on at Coughlin Ford. Lease a new 25 Ford Escape or Bronco Sport. Just $399 a month with 0 down. New 25 F-150 or Lightning Flash. Only $499 a month with 0 down. At all 4 Coughlin Ford locations, including our newest in Marysville. Visit CoughlinFord.com.
48-month lease. All factory rebates to dealer. All prior sales excluded. In-stock units only. 7,500 miles per year. 25 cents per mile over. Excludes $250 dock fee. $395 disposition fee at lease end. No security deposit. See dealer for details. Ends 9/2/25.
I'm back to doing what I love and more. Thanks to the Good Feet store.
Don't let bad feet stop you from being active and getting healthy this year. Trade in your bad feet for good feet at the Good Feet store.
What's the best way to make sure you don't miss any of your favorite fan shows? Oh no! Download the Fan app, silly.
Ah, damn it, I knew that.
App Store, Google Play, or just scream right at your phone. Psst, you can also listen to Buckeye games. Do it now.
A SoFi personal loan is here to help you achieve something once thought impossible, overcoming high-interest credit card debt. Walk the tightrope of your finances with one low, fixed-rate monthly payment, no fees required, and as soon as the same-day funding. That's right. Pull off your own debt-defying stunt with a SoFi personal loan. Visit SoFi.com/trick to learn more. Loans originated by SoFi Bank, N.A., member FDIC. Terms and conditions apply. NMLS 696891.
Every great team has its core players, but when the season gets tough, adding the right free agent can make all the difference. The same goes for business. At Robert Half, we found that 67% of companies surveyed plan to increase their use of contract talent to handle workload peaks and backlog projects. With Robert Half's specialized recruiters' experience, combined with our award-winning AI, you can quickly find the skilled candidates you want. At Robert Half, we know talent. Discover how we can help at roberthalf.com/talent.
Want to know anything about the Fans contest, how to win, or what's up for grabs? Check out 971thefan.com. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Both of these men played sports in high school. Only one of them was good at it. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
Now joining us, final segment of the program, from Bishop and Friends, he is one Eric Reeser.
Gentlemen.
Reeser, good to see you, buddy.
Good to see you, too. How we doing?
How long does it take you to do this comb over hair thing?
5 minutes.
It's not a comb over. It's a full head of hair that he has styled. Don't insult Eric Reeser's wonderful hair.
I don't take it as an insult. I get the message. I get the question.
What is it? What do you call it?
You call it having hair and being able to style it in any which way you want.
So what's a comb over?
Comb over is when you're bald and you comb over the few hairs you have to try to make it look like you're not as bald.
So did you rock a comb over before?
I tried for a little bit and I was like, this is dumb. And then that was it. And I shaved it all off. But Reeser, what do you have a hairstyle? Do you know what that style is called?
Nope. I had no idea actually until you asked, and I got to look at it.
What do you ask for when you go to the barber?
One on the sides and about a quarter inch off the top.
Okay.
And they see me come in, so they know that I want it styled in a certain direction. And I've gone to the same barber for the past couple of years.
So why does it have to be combed that way? Why not the other side?
I guess I could do it the other. I've never thought about it. It's just how
sometimes your hair has a natural part to it.
Mine sticks straight up and out. So like my hair doesn't grow in any certain direction. It just grows up.
You should go the other way.
So
just to
I could look like a chia pet on a given day.
See, I
I won't.
I haven't had to think about styling my hair really since high school. Because when I got out of high school, I just started shaving my head. And then by the time I decided...
shaving that early?
Well, because I just didn't want to mess with it. And then by the time I got to a point where I was like, no, you know what? Let's get back to the full head of hair. My body had realized, no, we're done with that. And so I realized I couldn't grow it. And so I just kept shaving it off. So these are problems I haven't had in a long time.
When I was in high school, I did a buzz cut. I rocked a lot just because I didn't want to deal with the hair. And then later in life, I realized I've got a really good head of hair. I should probably do something.
Yeah.
I was in the same boat where someone was like, you have good hair and you're over 30. You should flaunt it if you have it because there's a lot of men that don't.
It's true.
So rock it.
I wouldn't know.
So I'm doing this for both of you.
No, you ain't doing it for me. You're doing it for me. I'm this right.
You're welcome.
That's all right.
When you see me in a few months, it's going to be better than the Michael Jordan comeback. I'm telling you.
Now, Tyvis earlier today, he didn't fully commit to this, Reeser, but I'm going to be shaving off my beard Thursday in the 8 o'clock hour. We're going to do it live on the air. They're going to shave my beard off because I bet that he wouldn't hit a home run. People. They're bringing in people from the outside. Sales is involved. We're having people come in, barbers, I hope, not just like randos, but they're going to shave my beard off. Tyvis said that he believes he's getting close, but he hasn't made the bet official, that he thinks Ohio State will win against Michigan, and he's thinking about putting his hair on the line of shaving his head if they lose.
I'm confident that they'll win this year.
But you didn't officially lock in the bet. Are you locking it in now?
No. I said
He's not confident.
I gotta wait. I gotta
lock it in now.
I gotta see how some of the season plays out. No, because there's so many different variables.
You're allowed to
injuries.
not be confident for an Ohio State team in July.
No. I am confident in them. I just have to. Injuries is a part of the game.
Of course,
it's the only game where 100% you're going to get hurt. So I need to see I need to see what it looks like going into that week. What this Ohio State team and that Wolverine team looks like going into that week.
But my question is, and this might be stupid, the hair procedure that you just got done, if you were to just shave it all, does that mess anything up? Does that mess up your progress of your hair growth if you just shave it all off?
No.
A few months after you just rejuvenated it, essentially?
The thing is, it's my hair, so like it's going to come back.
Okay.
It's not like if you shave it, like it's gone. Like it's gonna come back.
Okay.
It's literally your hair follicles.
It was a question out of ignorance. I just wanted to know.
Yeah, we good. I can do whatever I want to it. It'll come back.
Well, that's a good promotional tactic for the place that gave you your hair
shout
transplant.
out to Caps.
Only a couple months later, I could shave it off with 100% confidence. It would grow back. Tyvis Powell for hair plugs.
I mean,
it does feel a little bit like if I went
doing your job. It feels like at this point.
Before I did get those hair plugs, I definitely. Because I had a horror story. The coach, shout out to Coach P, Coach Parker, the strength coach. I asked him, when did you shave your hair? What made you shave your hair bald? He said, you know what happened? He said, I was playing around one day, and I said, let me see what I look like bald. And I shaved it off, and it never came back. He said it just didn't grow back.
See?
So when I heard that, I said, well, I'm not shaving my head then because it's not going to grow back. But now, shout out to Caps. I can cut it. I can shave it and see what I look like, which I seen this guy over July 4th. Then I sent y'all the picture of the dude that I looked at him and was like, man, he kind of looked like me bald. It's kind of crazy.
I forgot about that, but you did. Reeser, what do you have coming up on the show today?
So Big Ten Media Days begins this afternoon out in Las Vegas. The conference is going to take over the Strip for the next, 3 days? So we'll kind of get a little preview of what we want to hear and see from Pettiti. Ryan Day is going to speak at 3:45. We will have those comments live on The Fan. It'll just, again, be at 3:45, so not when our program is going on. 20 most interesting today centers on the Oklahoma Sooners. Does Brent Venables have the hottest seat in the Power Four? We'll hear from Dom Taberi at 11:30. We had to do a little bit of a schedule change, so we're going to do 20 most interesting at 10 o'clock. And that's when John Hoover of Sooners on Sports Illustrated will join at 10:30. Dom Taberi will get moved to 11:30, and then we'll have The Real Truth coming up at 11.
There you go. 3 hours of Bishop and Friends coming up next. Buzzer time now. Let's do it.
Shove it down your throat.
It's time for the buzzer.
Sponsored by Getchy's Amish Country Furnishings in Dublin. AmishCountryFurnishings.com.
Far be it from me to say we should feel bad for Hollywood icon Leonardo DiCaprio, but I did feel a little odd about this story I saw where people were criticizing his appearance. He was on a yacht, presumably his, in Saint-Tropez with his model girlfriend, whose name is escaping me, but it's somewhere here in the article. Anyway.
Do we know her age?
It says here that she's 27. Victoria Soretti.
How old is he?
He's 50. He's a man. So he's 50.
He's trying to get on Bill's, but he's not quite Bill Belichick.
Oh, no. He did the Bill Belichick before Bill Belichick.
Yeah, if anything, Bill copied off Leo.
That's been Leonardo DiCaprio's been on that plan for a while. So Here's the thing. He's standing on the yacht. He's wearing swimming trunks, and he has what I would describe as like the normal grown-up male body.
Looks really healthy.
Yeah, like he just looks like a guy. He looks like a regular dude. Look at that, Tyvis. He looks like a regular human being.
Normal person.
So the thing was, people had said before he had put on a bit of a beer belly, had a bit of a gut. Now the criticism of him is like, wow, his legs got really skinny. They're skinnier than his girlfriend's. And it's like, what? What do you want? I don't know, man. Give me that body. The fact that I'm on a yacht, the fact that I've had a million movies that have been box office successes. I don't know. I feel like if I'm Leo DiCaprio, I would ignore all of that and say life's pretty good.
That's all. If that's the best you could come up with,
yeah, my legs are too skinny.
I take that.
Go hit the weights. Get a leg day in, and you'll be fine. All right.
I mean, I'm not against skipping leg days. A lot of people are, but I'm not.
Never.
You don't do it. All right. Bishop and Friends is next. Have a great rest of your Tuesday. We will see you tomorrow. It's T-Bone and Tyvis on The Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Hey there, and welcome to your Tuesday. We are still noticing some major slowdowns out there as you head out the door this morning. Particular congested areas for folks over on 71. Northbound by Greenlawn Avenue, noticing some congestion out there, but the same situation heading into the downtown scene. 71 at Cook Road. Certainly noticing some backups with our traffic cams. Same situation for folks over in Powell and Worthington. Really concerned about your drive times. 270 eastbound, pretty slow at 37 miles per hour. The same situation. 23 northbound, clocking you at 34. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Guys, don't live with tiredness and low energy. Get your life back with testosterone therapy at Low T Center. Take the test, get those fast results, and start TRT with Columbus's leading experts in men's health. And now it's easier than ever with the new Synergenics Health app, an innovation in healthcare technology you will not find anywhere else. So download the Synergenics Health app now or book an appointment while the test is still free at fixmylowt.com. That's fixmylowt.com.
Hey guys, it's Timmy Hall, and I want to talk to you about the roof over your head. You know that thing that protects your house and everything in it? It's pretty important, and a lot of you are going to have to replace it soon, but be warned. There are companies out there that skip over the biggest part of the process, the attic ventilation. You see, if that attic doesn't have proper circulation, it can cause problems such as mold and rot. You got rot, and not to mention leaks in the wintertime and higher AC bills in the summer. This is one of the reasons I'm telling you about my guys at Victor's Home Solutions. They start with a free 21-point roof inspection, including a thorough inspection of that attic as well. They know that if that ventilation isn't right, that roof's going to be built on a shaky foundation. That's why every Victor's roof comes with a well-thought-out attic ventilation plan, and that's why they can offer a 50-year leak-free guarantee on every roof they install. Money-saving discounts and financing incentives are also available. Call for your free 21-point roof inspection and get that estimate today. 866-VICTORS or go to victors.com.
Reds fans' Grammy Award-winning band Train is coming to Great American Ballpark on August 13th as part of the Ohio Lottery post-game concert series. Cheer on your Reds as they close out the series against the Phillies and stick around after the game for a live set from Train. Plus, you can upgrade your access to a pit field pass for an up-close view of Train. For tickets and more information, visit reds.com/concerts.
Common Man here for Germain Lexus of Dublin and Easton. My guys at Germain are celebrating their biggest pre-owned sales event of the year. Tons of vehicles on the lot for you to choose from, and they're ready to deal. It's also the Lexus Golden Opportunity sales event with rates as low as 2.99%. I was riding in my Lexus on one of our hot summer days, and I felt the crisp breeze of cold air on my cracky. Don't you want that for yourself? Of course you do. Germain Lexus, 2 locations to serve you, Dublin and Easton, GermainLexus.com.
Factory direct is really pretty simple. The factory sells it directly to the consumer. I mean, we build it. There's nothing that anybody else does. We have stations where everybody touches the window. Everyone sees what's going on. So if there's an issue, we catch it as it's going down the line. That's probably the biggest thing, is the ability to make sure what goes out the door is what I want to go out the door.
Visit Rizzotti Windows and get 35% off all windows and doors by July 31st.
Breaking news coming in from Bet365, and it's no surprise. Same game parlay from Bet365 just keeps getting better.
Well, it's even easier to make a bet. Choose from the most popular markets like hits, run line, totals, and home runs. So many to choose from.
Download the app, start building your bet, and see why it's never ordinary at Bet365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Ohio. T&Cs apply.
Hi, I'm Dr. John Runyon from Runyon Dental Group. Are you missing teeth or do you have uncomfortable dentures? Dental implants can not only transform your smile, they can restore your confidence and allow you to eat those foods you love that you've been missing. When I was in my early 30s, I was in a similar situation needing complex dental work and dental implants. I understand all the emotions that you're feeling because I've been the patient and I know that we can help you. Schedule a free consultation today at RunyonDentalGroup.com. That's RunyonDentalGroup.com.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Evan Cohen here. Whether you're locking in your home run picks or riding with your favorite golfers this summer, ESPN Bet is your sportsbook for all the action. Go from checking stats on your favorite teams and players to placing bets in just a few taps. Plus, new customers can get $100 in bonus bets when you make your first $10 wager. Download the ESPN Bet app and sign up with promo code USL to get started today. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.